You guys remember a game called Scene Investigators?
No.
Okay, hello everybody. This is... I don't even know what episode this is. This might be 9, this might be 10. Maybe it's only 8, but welcome back to Scene Investigators. You might recall that our last episode was uploaded about 3 months ago in the bloodbath investigator. Everything all right, dear?
Yeah,
You all good?
I just really don't enjoy this last
Yeah, so the reason that we haven't uploaded since then is because we actually recorded another episode.
And it was like 2 hours long.
Yeah, like 2.5, 3 hours long, where we made no progress. Like, this bloodbath case is beyond us. We are junior detectives. We can't put it together. I don't want to say that it's bad mystery design, because it could just be that we're about to see what the solution is and just have, like, our minds blown, but we weren't able to figure that one out.
Yeah. So, we're not gonna do this without any sort of punishment, though.
Yeah.
We do play fair.
Yeah, we do spoiler punishments typically on this channel.
And I won't eat anything spicy, so
Yeah, 'cause...
the closest we could get, cheers, to a punishment that would actually affect both of us in the way that we play this game is going to involve a lot of getting along.
Yeah. How about you tell a quick story, Kaylee, about us arguing over Fallout 4 factions?
Well, it's not like a year and a half or so ago back, I decided to take on my first ever wearable crochet project, or like big one. And I thought it would be really, really funny if whenever Jamie and I got into a video game argument, we couldn't fight unless we were wearing you know, like those like get along t-shirts.
It's a get along sweater. Okay, it's a two-person sweater that Kaylee made with the intention of us wearing whenever we get into arguments
about stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like Fallout 4 factions and the fact that
the Brotherhood of Steel is
Steel
awesome.
fucking
Kaylee hates
sucks.
them.
Hold on.
Yeah, so basically for this episode, we are now one detective.
Well, okay, this isn't how I would have done it.
Well, it's how I'm doing it, so...
Oh, this is a bad idea.
If you'd like to argue, get in the get-along sweater.
This is a bad...
Oh, this is a great idea.
bad idea.
Thanks, Kay.
This is a terrible idea.
Okay. You're gonna need to help me drink coffee. So...
Terrible.
Shut up. We're doing this now. Okay, so now that we've got the sweater on, if I'm not mistaken, we do actually need to put in the correct answers in order to progress to the next case file, so I think we're just gonna have to spoil the case now.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to look it up. There's no way.
Yeah, so if you guys wanted to actually play this one for yourselves, or if you don't want to have it ruined for you, then I will put a timestamp on screen as to where we move on to the next case so that you don't have to know what happened in the bloodbath. And I think let's just try to avoid mentioning spoilers if we can. Oh shit, how am I gonna WASD with one hand? Oh no.
I think that was our idea.
Yeah, I'm just now realizing how much of a punishment this is.
Yeah.
Haley controls movement and I control a mouse. Oh no.
Wasn't that the point?
I guess not.
Wasn't it?
Shit, it's okay. Okay, maybe this will make us better detectives.
I'm so sorry to our 4 viewers.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and search the answers then, and I'll tell you when to skip to. We got
frames a second.
We got, I think, 2 out of like 9 questions right. 2 out of 7, something like that.
Do you want to just go into the Steam guide?
Yeah, but let me... Here, I'll guide you from spoilers. Because I'm used to carefully reading these. And also I read so slowly, so it's hard for me to accidentally spoil myself. Oh, there's actually a really nice guide who, breaks it down.
Oh, that's nice. They're all censored.
Yeah, okay, so one by one, Kaylee, you type them in as we go. First question, what is in the package by the exit? We put in sword. The answer is swords plural? Maybe that'll make a difference if it's singular or plural.
Yeah. I doubt it.
Okay. What was the gun the killer... Was the gun the killer used standard issue? We said
yes.
We said yes, I think, originally. The answer is also yes, so we have to be right about that. Who died by the office doorway? We have no fucking clue. That name is a guess. The answer is Harry Baker. Oh no.
Was that the officer?
Harry died. Yeah, most of them are officers. Harry was the alcoholic who had a son that he bought the sword for.
Wait.
I was hoping that he was going to get out of this alive.
That doesn't make any sense. How did...
Well, if I'm not wrong, it's going to give us a write-up when we're done with this and tell us exactly what happened.
I don't think it'll give us the exactly what happened until we beat all of them.
Well, let's find out. We said that Richard Boltz was the dirty cop. The correct answer is Mike Snyder.
Mike Snyder. I think we can just say Mike Snyder.
I didn't think he was the dirty one.
Did I hypothesize that he was the dirty one?
You might have. He was the very quiet one. He had less going on. I think he was diabetic. And at one point, we sounded like he was talking about a drug deal or a drug addiction, but it was him talking about his insulin.
Oh, we were way off on how many people were murdered.
Only 4 murders, really?
Wow. Was Harry Baker in a reasonable state of mind?
Yes, because he was sober. We knew that. We were right about that. And the last one, which prisoner?
Who?
Who the fuck is Carl Tristan?
Okay, no, actually, that sounds familiar.
That's like a name that like appeared once in a case file, I think.
I swear to God.
There was a case that had been going on for a while named about Carl Tristan.
Because I don't remember if this was in the episode, the last one that we posted, or the one that we filmed and never posted. But I swear to God, I think I mentioned that, like, the very first time we walked through, we saw another, like, case file.
There was a long ongoing case about Carl Tristan, and it seemed like it really had nothing to do with anything else except that he was constantly being interrogated on this day.
I could be wrong, but I could swear it had an interrogation date on it.
Whatever. So this is us being shameful cheaters. Submit.
Whatever. We each have one hand to play.
Oh, and Sanat wants us to ask, whose death do you think is the most tragic?
Bonus question ungraded.
I would say Harry Baker. No. I want to be serious. It's Harry Baker. Because, like, he had just gotten back on the wagon. He was going sober. And he was just trying to give his son swords. And he wanted to be there for his birthday and be involved in his son life.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Who the fuck else died? Like,
well, I mean,
I guess everybody?
It'll probably tell us who died. Because I think it's about to tell us shit.
I don't think it does, but submit it.
Asterisk EQ student. Fery Tomy. I'm so sorry, dude. We've enjoyed this game. Either we were too stupid or this one just had so many red herrings in it that we couldn't get a hold of it. Submit. Thank you for your submission.
Do you think they get like a notification with the...
Be funny. So 7 out of 7 answered correctly. Case file report. So let's find out what actually happened. On the afternoon of September 25th, around 12:30 p.m., Darren Nakamura, who was the schizophrenic detective, and Mike Snyder were interrogating Philip. We knew this. In interrogation room 2, Harry Baker was in his office, cleaning Richard Boltz's broken pistol, having just been relieved of active duty. I'm not sure if we knew that part.
I think we did.
Richard Boltz was sitting down with Carl Tristan in interrogation room 1, waiting for the other interrogation to end. Darren had not received his required dose of medicine to deal with his oncoming schizophrenia. So was Darren actually the shooter? Yeah, it was him. He did snap. He went without his medication, and he fucking lost it. As he sat with Michael Snyder, a man who he already deeply hated, he heard enough jokes at what he personally believed were at his expense. He snapped and began shooting his colleague before standing and shooting the suspect in interrogation room number 2. So he killed Philip. I guess. He just fucking... Wait. Yeah, he fucking killed Philip, so... Either this isn't the same Philip from the cases I did earlier...
In a rage, he then stormed out, blockading the observation room. Harry Baker heard the gunshots at 12:34 and began to scramble to find a usable weapon in his office cubicle. Oh. Remembering that Richard Boltz was nearby, Nakamura began to walk towards the other interrogation room. As Nakamura approached the other interrogation room, Harry Baker finished loading his revolver in his office cubicle. Harry Baker cracked the door to the observation room and took a few shots at Nakamura. At this point, the clock was hit by a stray bullet.
It was a stray bullet.
Making its final display time of 12:35 p.m. Nakamura quickly returned fire and shot numerous times back at his partner. Both Nakamura and Harry were hit, with Nakamura getting lucky and shooting Harry in a vital spot. Harry slumped in the office doorway and proceeded to bleed out, dying at 12:40. Scroll.
Nakamura limped over to a nearby desk and pulled out the bullet that Harry shot him with. Damn, he's metal. So that's why we saw a bullet on the ground at one point. Of course, he pulled it out of himself. Oh, I was so stupid and thought that, why is the bullet so intact here? Okay, Nakamura then saw Richard still in interrogation room 1 with Carl Tristan. The suspect had been falsely imprisoned years ago. So Carl was falsely imprisoned. It had been 10 minutes since Nakamura began his rampage, but he was not about to calm down just yet. Remembering that Richard, Dick Boltz, never truly helped him with money, and in a blind fury, he stumbled to the door. Richard attempted to charge him, shot in the head. After Richard fell down dead, Nakamura stumbled and collapsed against a nearby wall, sitting below a clock that Harry had accidentally shot during the crossfire. So Nakamura was shot there. And did Carl survive?
No, he had a heart attack and died. How are we supposed to guess that?
Well, no, it's not that we needed to know what his cause of death was, but we were right that he didn't get shot.
Yes.
My guess was that it was a cop's body and that the interrogated prisoner was choked out with the handcuffs.
Yes.
That's what I thought happened there. began to have a heart attack and toppled to the ground, dying around 12:55 p.m. Overlooking the carnage he had created and hearing the dying breaths of Carl Tristan, Nakamura began to calm down, surrounded by dead colleagues and former friends.
He did kill himself.
Took his own life before he bled out. It's estimated that he sat against the wall for 15 minutes before taking his own life.
So we were both right.
I mean, I think we were wrong on... Well, I mean...
We were both right and
kinda
we were both wrong.
So the shot in the clock was a missed shot, but there was a suicide by the wall. Man. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. For the past couple months, I've been kind of telling myself, fuck this case, and, like, being mad like we couldn't figure it out and thinking there was too much information. I really think this one was actually better put together than I thought, and I'm sorry that I doubted it.
I think I disagree with you.
What do you think was too hard?
I think that there were a ton of overlapping details that could have been interpreted in several different ways, and maybe a lot of that comes down to us just not solving it good enough, but I don't think, even with, like, writing better notes, I would have ever been able to think this like, especially the heart attack thing. Unless there was a detail somewhere that Carl Tristan has cardiovascular problems, maybe there was, actually. That kind of sounds familiar, but, like, I would have, you're right, like, immediately assumed that someone got choked out and that this was, like, some kind of... And we didn't even get it right that he was in that room anyway.
Dude, the barricade was such a big clue that we didn't even realize. I mean, like, we noticed the barricade, but we didn't... That's huge context that it was hastily put together. The fact that it was hastily barricading shit in the office says that it was not premeditated. Can I also be honest about something really stupid? So there were a lot of comments on the last episode about my inappropriate use of the term schizo, because I'm a knucklehead and I have no filter, and that's just a word that me and my buddies use all the time to just mean wacko, cuckoo, shit like that. Basically, when I saw that people saw that term as derogatory and, like, harmful, I kind of backed off of thinking it was Nakamura, because they had that weird stigma, like I was going to be offending people by assuming it was the mentally ill person. So I think that I kind of backed off of what ended up being the correct solution because I was worried about offending people.
Oh my god.
So that was, I mean, of course, this is fiction. This game is fiction. This isn't meant to be disparaging in any way to people who have mental illnesses. But I would be lying if I said that did not factor into my shoddy detective work.
Well, I can't say that I was a big fan of that one, but...
Big fan of what specifically? Just the case in general?
The case in general.
Yeah.
But...
I think that was I just wish I was smarter and more patient. I guess it really was Occam's razor, because to be totally honest...
I don't think this is a case of Occam's razor.
If you show me the 4 people in this office, I think it's most plausible to assume that the guy with a mental illness who's off of his meds is most likely the instigator of the incident. And I think that we were just looking for twists to take us away from that.
I mean, I don't know. There was literally no mention of Mike Snyder in this write-up, and we know him to be the dirty cop, and I would assume the dirty cop who's hiding drugs in the building.
Yeah, the drugs had nothing to do with it, did they?
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess that was a red herring, but I think I would have assumed that first. Maybe I did. I think we had this whole thing going for a while where whoever the dirty cop was, maybe he was close to getting found out.
Yeah, I really always thought that it was going to be an attack on the police station. Like, someone came in and it was, like, going to be like a jailbreak.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn crazy. Well, ready to continue.
I suppose we are.
That's a big L there.
You are now an official licensed investigator.
No, we're not. I'm so sorry, we didn't earn it. Extremely difficult.
Now that it's over,
That's not the end of the game, is it? I don't think it's the end of the game. I'm glad it's over.
welcome to the agency. We'll see you on Monday.
Are you serious? Is this actually the end of the game?
Hold on.
I'm gonna be so sad if we... No!
Was that the end of the game?
No!
Was that the end of the game?
Wait, really? Oh no! If I knew this was the last one, I wouldn't have been such an asshole. Yoshi and Fery.
Does this mean we don't have to wear the sweater?
Well, I think this means we have to take off the sweater and eat some peppers.
No.
Oh, come on.
I didn't sign to that.
No.
Wait, so what are we going to do then? This is
We're gonna eat some hot peppers is what we're gonna do. Ah, Yuri's on it too, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
So it really is the whole Pain Street team.
Yeah, that is.
And Yoshi did the music in this one too. Yoshi, your music in this game was way better, I felt. You improved.
I think we should walk over the final area.
Damn, they got Will Ferrell for this? I mean, I want to let the credits play. But... Dude, I feel like such an idiot for thinking that there was another case beyond this.
Well, I thought that was the structure of the game.
Let me tell you why. And okay, we're at the special thanks. I'm gonna hit skip, even though these credits should play.
You have a new case file waiting.
Wait, no, there is another one? Because the reason I said that, let me show you. Someone in the comments would have told us if that was the last one.
Welcome back.
Oh my god, please save this, let's play.
Yes! The Hughes Manor feud! Okay, so what I detect, I bet that the game launched with Bloodbath being the final case, and then this was added as like a free DLC is what I'm guessing. Okay, so... How about we just make a deal right now? You can shake my hand with your remaining hand. If we can't figure this one out, we just pause this Let's Play until it comes to us. There will be no spoilers on this whatsoever.
Sure.
This Let's Play will just never end if we can never solve the Hughes Manor feud.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Brilliant Hughes Manners feud.
Oh my god, imagine if that was the fucking end.
Good luck.
Dude, that would have been so embarrassing.
Here begins our redemption arc. Hopefully. The accomplished CEO of a successful real estate firm passed away, and a somber wake took place at his house. Just a few hours after the mourners dispersed, another tragedy occurred, prompting a frantic call to the police. So, few hours after people left, piece together the events that unfolded and discover what happened. Alright, you're gonna have to control.
Okay.
So, who the fuck gets balloons for a wake? Oh my god.
They're
Tasteful white and black balloons for a wake.
rich people, I guess.
That's great. So let's just walk through the estate before we click on anything.
Oh my god, this control is gonna give me whiplash. Hey, wait, hold on. I want to look at their nice obligatory funeral charcuterie board. They got
Craft singles. That's
Vienna-
Monterey Jack right there.
Vienna sausages, strawberries.
How the fuck are we gonna take notes like this? Can we make an addendum that we're allowed to slip our hands out to take a note? No, I think that would be against the spirit of cheating.
Well,
I don't know.
no, I don't think there's any other way we can type.
We could do it one letter at a time.
I suppose. Look down. Is that a staple?
Ooh, found something. Get closer to it, maybe? It must be nothing. That's all I can think. Or maybe it is something.
I don't know. I think every other thing we thought was nothing was something.
Oh shit! We missed that. Oh, this is actually a really cool idea of how this game works, I'm guessing, because it seems like they just add new cases to it when they feel like it. Ooh, let's check if we have any extra materials that they gave us. Item? Okay, we have items, documents, audio files, questions. So this looks like it's going to be comparable to the Bloodbath one. And that's just help stuff, we know that. Let's look at our items. So we have a
Phone.
This phone was found in the suit pocket of the body in the second floor.
Oh, there's more bodies.
So it seems.
AG.
You know, I'm kind of helpful. I'm kind of hopeful that this case is going to be easier to solve, just by virtue that it's not just going to be 4 cops in a police station where it's very difficult to distinguish personality from their belongings since they all have the same job.
Yeah.
So we've got some messages in here. Normally I would write down these phone numbers, but we're not going to do that yet. Do you remember, prepare your speech by Friday? So this is probably whoever gave the eulogy is the owner of this phone. I think we'll read all this more in depth later. Let's just scan it. I need to talk to you, it's important. Needs to be in person. Deleted 5/16/2003.
Well, we're police. Can't we just undelete it?
I don't think that's how that works, actually.
I think that's how that works.
I think that there was once some kind of... Oh, I can control with arrow keys. I think there was once a thing where, like, Apple was asked to help the FBI get into the phone of a terrorist to find out if there were like more plots happening after the first attack, and Apple refused and said that goes against our privacy policy. We can't break into a customer's phone.
Hold on. That is Ellen DeGeneres. That is Ellen.
Oh my goodness, Portia de Rossi was murdered. Okay, so he was a successful CEO, upscaling for the boom. Gordon Rush Hughes, I think that would be his name. Copy of his own book. I'm not reading that right now. Let's get through the whole house first, okay?
It's the letter by the dead, though.
It is by the dead. You're right. That's important to note. We should identify how many bodies are here before we really get into the nitty gritty. I think that a lot of our mistakes in taking on past cases is that we've just chomped into the first thing that we've come across. Inaccessible. When we should have been, like, slowly checking things out one at a time. Want to go upstairs?
Yeah, but can we grab a balloon?
I wish we could, but I don't think we're going to be able to. I hope they have balloons at my funeral.
My dad wants a tuba player at his. Wait, try the store.
The store?
Yeah.
Inaccessible. Oops, something on the wall there.
Well, there's that, and I was gonna look at this other something on the wall. That.
It looks like 2 different cracks in the drywall, so a struggle happened here. Get closer to the edge. Do you think somebody
fell?
Or pushed? That's what I'm detecting.
Yeah.
And then the body
maybe.
was dragged out the door, maybe? More signs of a struggle?
Eh? More cracked drywall? Is this just like breadcrumbs leading to where the
second body is?
Or I was gonna say leading to where the murder took place for the other body, like to eventually have them shoved over the siding.
Yes. Accessible. That door must be open.
Okay.
Are there no other bodies in here?
Maybe the first floor is the second floor?
Maybe?
And there's a basement?
Could be.
Did we try those double doors?
I think we did, yeah. We didn't try this door, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
There's the second body. No blood, I don't think.
But there's a something there. Look down. Dirt.
Muddy footstep, maybe?
Dirt. Knocked over pillow.
Keys. You pick up those keys, I bet. Let's have a look at them right now. Freshie Mart.
Number 4.
That one looks like it might be a safety deposit key.
This person lives in an apartment?
Good deduction. I wouldn't pick up on that. What does that say?
Blockchain ID. We need better lighting, I think. And then that last one says...
We can examine it more when we recognize these words.
More cracked
Looks like the door might have been forced open.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's broken drywall next to it. This has been knocked over.
No blood. They choked?
Could be. Might be a good idea to figure out whose bedroom this was, but maybe not yet. Alright, you want to take us back downstairs?
Hold on. Look around over here, click on drawers, whatnot. I forgot I could
Can't
grab.
and wriggle around on your belly like a snake.
Wait, I want to go under the bed. I want to go under the bed. Oh.
I bet there's something in this level that you can only see from being prone like this.
Slither, slither, slither. Slither, slither. I'm sorry I have the most, like, annoying Let's Player voice on the planet with my constant vocal fry. I really would do something about it if I could. It really comes...
vocal fry.
It's like, you know how, like, the Kardashians talk? Minus the accent?
I guess so, yeah. Like,
yeah, that's it.
the mic probably doesn't pick that up.
No, it totally does.
Well, I say we read those eulogies, or listen to it. Try to figure out who this guy was and what people thought of him. Oh, another door over here?
Oh, yes. Hold on.
Ah, interesная. 9 mil.
Another 9mm.
And Yeah, that's... I mean, that's like the game's version of a SIG, I think.
Tent. Is this gonna be like the Father Ted episode where the guy had a secret Nazi hidden in his in his back room?
Let's take note that this door was cracked open when we came here, and there's guns inside, which tells me that it was probably opened by the intruder. I don't think that this room would have been easily accessible during a wake.
No, but though I must admit it's very probably not smart to just keep all your guns in this closet behind a single wooden door.
I mean, you're right, but a lot of people do just have walk-in gun safes.
I mean, sure, but not attached to their living rooms, I would think.
Oh, you haven't been to Lucasville.
Okay, I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying it's not the smartest.
Okay. How about we listen to that eulogy now? There's a couple of audio recordings we have. Butler questioning. We'll listen to that next.
Okay.
We'll shut up for this. 2003, by the way.
Welcome. We've gathered here today to honor the late Gordon Hughes. He was a dear friend and a dear father. We'll start our presentation of the eulogies with the successor of Gordon's company, Jonathan Reed. If you could stand up here.
I bet this is the butler talking.
Gordon was never just my boss. Over the time I was given to know him, he became one of my closest friends and the greatest teacher I've had. When I was young, I lived like trash. I was down on my luck and penniless. Gordon hired me, gave me a chance, and told me how to conduct myself. The position I have today is because of him, and there's nothing I can do to express the gratitude I feel. Gordon's own path was also similar, though with different starting points. He had to struggle to make his way to the top. Hard work, humility, and support. His virtues are what he told me to take to heart. I hope I can embody these as I take up the flag that he left behind. I swear to make his legacy last. As the new CEO of the Hughes Property Group, I would like to extend an offer to Roman, Gordon's youngest son, to work as a manager
In the
for our
eulogy?
company.
That incited some
Roman,
chatter.
you are a rising star in the real estate world, and I'm sure that your father would want you to work with us. How about it?
This feels like Germa's morning announcements bit.
Can we
No, thank
pause
you,
this?
Jonathan. But I'm
Yeah.
quite proud.
So right off the bat,
This is Jonathan Reed, who's just the first voice talking. Or the second voice. Voice 2, I mean.
well, I was going to say maybe this guy blackmailed Gordon into giving him that position, and then as kind of a screw you, offered Gordon's son to take a lower role that he would have originally gotten if he hadn't been blackmailed out of it. But now the son, I mean, if I were to listen for 10 more seconds, he's saying, no thank you, I'm quite proud of my current work and I'd prefer to not take orders from anyone. So maybe they never got along.
Yeah,
So I guess it was probably an underhanded insult either way.
probably. Maybe he intended for him to say no. We'll see how he reacts to it. Yeah. We'll let it keep on playing. I'll reserve my judgment.
of my current work, and I'd prefer not to take orders from anyone.
Oh, I see.
What do you mean you're gonna give him time to consider? You sprung this on him at his
I
father's
shall
funeral.
give you time to consider the offer. Now I believe that Ellis, Gordon's eldest, is next.
What a dick move. So this is the oldest son now. And that was him.
Thank you,
Oh, did you hear
Jonathan.
that shit? Did you hear that shit?
He dropped his keys.
He set them down or something. Keys upstairs in the room upstairs.
What? This would have been in here, though.
Yeah. Who's to say that he didn't later go upstairs and drop his keys?
Oh, I mean, To me, this sounded like him dropping his keys.
Can I take this back a moment? I can. Let's listen to it again.
Thank you, Jonathan.
It's not far enough.
I wouldn't have minded taking that.
That last
Thank
bit
you,
didn't
Jonathan.
sound.
No, it didn't. That didn't sound like keys. You're right.
So I think he has keys, but whatever he set down doesn't sound like.
We'll keep that in mind.
I wouldn't have minded taking that managerial spot you have, by the way. Yeah. Anyhow, you may already know me. I'm a former collegiate rugby player. St. Valentine University, represent!
Yeah.
The
This
MVP
poor guy.
awards and state rings I won, the successes I had, were because of my pops, Gordon Hughes. As a kid, he was always there, encouraging me to chase my dreams, to chase the ball. Even if he's no longer with us in person, I will make sure to carry on his legacy and ensure our family's success. Thank you.
Pretty good.
Oh, Roger, you're up.
Doesn't tell us who Roger is. Maybe he's the middle child?
Hello, and thank you all for coming today.
Yeah, probably.
I just want to share some of my precious memories with my father. Back when he was still alive, he would often take Glenn and I out to hunt with him. We'd have loaded up the truck with our food, tents, and the guns. It was an experience. We were still young back then, but I remember the first time he... Sorry, it's just a little difficult. I remember that time we went... Thank you, Glenn. Thank you.
Oh, so Glenn comes up to him on the stand and
Sorry about that.
whispers something in his ear.
It's been rough for all of us, I'm sure.
So whoever Glenn is, he's in attendance.
I will continue Roger's testimony on his behalf. Our father would
This is Glenn.
often take Roger and I
You're right.
hunting.
Glenn is another brother.
4 sons,
Of course, we never caught anything until we grew a little older.
that we know of.
Father was always there, showing us how to do things right. Often, we would have to only load the truck up with his prizes, but in time, we'd add to that pile. I remember Roger's first kill. He started crying. Yes, you did. Not because you were happy that you'd finally succeeded, but because you felt bad for the deer when you got up to it. Our father would then teach us the importance of each individual life. That deer would live on with us, and later within us. These life experiences he gave us led us to where we are today. Roger is now a successful chef. I, on the other hand, am a lawyer for the state.
Boo!
After Mom passed away, Dad resolved himself to give us as much support as he could. This wasn't just in our respective businesses, but in our lives and our own growing families. I think it really shows. Wherever you are now, Dad, thank you. God bless.
Just crack my.
Thank you, Glenn. My father was a very successful man, like Jonathan said. Our grandfather's company was in the
Roger again, I
gutters when he
think?
got the position. What he accomplished with it was awe-inspiring. Like him, I decided to start with nothing as well. I wanted to climb the ladder with my own grit and sacrifice. I think Father appreciated that someone tried to do without.
No, this is
He was
the
correct to put his
youngest
faith
son.
in me. Roman Estate Co. is as successful as Hughes
Yeah, I guess you're
Property
right.
Group. Founding it was an endeavor, and to keep it running has been arduous. It's been like childbirth, something I thought only my wife would experience.
Brother, what?
Jonathan, as an
So he's a
aside,
father.
I believe that it's in my best interest to continue the great legacy that my father created, to continue his business modus operandi. I will buy out Hughes Property Group entirely. I'm sure I can find you a position as well. And that is all I have to say. Felix, back to you.
Felix is the butler.
Man, fuck all these
I
guys.
think. I don't know, the oldest one seemed cool.
Thank you, Roman. Next, we have Gordon's closest friends, starting with Mr. William Darby.
Interessant. 1 second. Yes, we're recording. I just had to make sure. Okay. Anything you care to comment about after hearing that?
Well, that was very long. We're gonna have to reference it a lot.
4 brothers
At least. 4 brothers who talked.
and a dead dad. This is just like the brothers Karamazov.
And a dead mom.
Oh, yeah. When did the mom ever come up?
The mom was mentioned to be dead. I think that's it.
Yes, after mom passed away, dad resolved himself to give us as much support as he could. Okay. Butler questioning. This one looks like it's much shorter, so we'll just go ahead and listen to it real quick.
What was the event about?
We held a gathering to honor the late Gordon Hughes at his mansion. His 4 sons each gave a eulogy. Food
So he
and
just had
wine
4
was served. Then his will was shown, revealed to his 4 children. If you wish to see them as evidence, we have provided the recorded audio tapes and a copy of the will.
I'd like to see
Where
the
were
will.
you at the time of the crime?
After all the guests left, I cleaned all the mess they had left behind. After that, I had to go run some errands. Here are the receipts of what I had to buy.
Do you have any suspicions of who did it?
I don't want to believe any of them did it. I've known them since they were so young. But I also know that it couldn't have been any of the guests, as I've personally watched them all leave before I started cleaning. Also, the sons were all in the house as I left.
Sons were all in the house. That's important.
Is this going to be a classic The Butler did?
I don't think so. The butler seems like he doesn't have motive and just exists peripherally. Have we got the will somewhere? No, we've already seen that. Police officer's notes. Okay. Notes from an officer who responded to the scene. Unknown victim. Male, white body, black suit, black dress pants, black tie. So it sounds like a son, a funeral attendee. Dirt on the underside of the body as if it was dragged. Covered in blood. Bullet wound to his
Midline forehead.
midline
I don't know
forehead.
what that
Right hand ring finger and pinky finger looks twisted.
sleeve scratch mark.
This spot right here, this might mean that a ring was taken off of the corpse. So we'll keep an eye out for rings being mentioned. Incident number 1102. Lorraine Rayton, witness neighbor. There's a phone number in there. It ends with 7811. We'll take note of that. Around 5:30 p.m., saw the car drive out of mansion property. Unknown driver. Red sedan. Headed eastbound from scene. I observed that there is no sedan. Okay, so... Driver. Okay. So,
Maybe one of the people involved, one of the sons or the friend involved in the rehandling of the company strangles someone upstairs to fulfill their own motive connected to that. Because this body, the bloody one, has defensive wounds on it. Right? Like, he's got scratches on his arms.
it
If
says...
you're
Oh, you're right. Scratch marks on hands and arms.
So he's strangling someone.
Put that
And-
hand back in there. You're cheating.
Okay, he's strangling someone, and then whoever he's strangling is trying to twist his finger, like twist his hands off.
Maybe.
So that could have twisted his fingers. and then like scratch his arms to try and get him to let go of his neck.
Yeah.
That would explain a lot if that is true. I mean, that's just what this sounds like to me
Okay.
so far.
Okay. And there's nothing in here about a second body, though. So maybe the murders happened one before the other or something?
Well, then, so assuming that the bloody body is the killer, maybe somebody else observed this murder take place and freaked out and, like, killed the murder?
Possibly. I think we go ahead and then now is the right time to read the questions. So what we need to find out, among the total money to be distributed to the children, how many percentages was each son supposed to receive? So we have all the sons' names. Which one is Jonathan? Wasn't Jonathan a son
No, Jonathan was a friend
who was being given a managerial position?
who was being given the company.
He was trying to buy the company, but they were offering him.
No, I think
Let's
Go back
pull
to
up the court recording case. So
no, the
that's right,
eulogies.
wrong one. So
Jonathan Reed, if you could stand up here. Yes,
Jonathan
Jonathan
Reed-
Reed is the employee who owns the company now. He's not a son.
you're right, and he says he was treated well by them, and he wants to offer. Okay, Roman is the youngest son. Very good.
Who is voice 3.
You're right. So these are not in the order of youngest to oldest. So there's Roman. In fact, it might be from oldest to youngest. I think that's what it is. Ellis was the oldest one, I think.
Target of blackmail.
So there's blackmail happening.
We don't even know which yet.
How many people were killed? Probably 2.
Probably 2?
We'll put that in there for now. Depending on the number entered, please fill in the sets of names of both the victim and perpetrator in the following fields. So for however many people we put in, we need to put in the names, etc.
The fact that this is a question makes me think that the killer of the first victim is the victim in the second set.
Maybe.
Or there's a repeated do we want to get out of here?
Not just yet. I just want to point out that already I like this one much more because everything is straightforward and relevant. It's how much percent of the estate was each son going to receive, who was being blackmailed, how many people were killed, and who killed those people. There's no bullshit like what was in the package, was the gun standard issue, who's the dirty cop. Like every question seems relevant, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready to start reading some shit?
Right, I forgot I was the one walking us around. Okay, let's go to this letter over here.
I was thinking the same thing. You want to just do this? R.
Oh.
Or I could make it.
No, that's fine.
Okay. I think that this is gonna look better if I do. Oh my god, no, it's too soon.
Yeah,
You're right.
come on.
Okay,
Dear Felix, by the time you are reading this, I will have passed on. This letter is an additional note to the will I have left behind. I have hired Stanton Law to be an intermediary and supervise the distribution of the remainder of my wealth. Oh, if we can read the will, should we read that first?
I don't know where it is. Maybe it's not present.
Maybe we don't even get it.
Yeah.
This letter is to justify the thought process of what is to follow. Each son will receive points based on their employment status and the condition of their marriage or relationship.
Oh, this is so funny. He made it into a game to score his son, so we have to do algebra to figure out.
Oh my god, no.
That's funny. If they are unemployed, they will be given negative point to their overall amount. This is because I don't tolerate laziness. If they have a job in general, they receive 1 point. If they have any government job, they receive an additional 1 point. A middle management position gets an additional 1 point. If they're in a C-suite position or higher, they may receive 2 points to their overall.
Is this 5 categories for 4 sons?
Lamau. Marriage was sacred to me, as it was to their mother. If they are single, they do not receive or subtract any points.
What a cunt.
If they are divorced,
Censor that.
they have a single point taken from them. If they are married, they gain 1 point. If they provided the family with even one single male heir, they gain an additional point. Whoever shall have the highest amount of points will receive a 15% addition. Whoever shall have the second highest amount of points will receive a 10% addition. Third place shall receive the same. The final score shall receive 5%. I know that this may seem as an odd request, but my children understood my values as they were raised up. I'm proud of each one, but I always like to reward them allowance based on the chores they did. This is their final allowance.
That's no comment. I know that you will follow my instructions without question, as you always have. However, I want you to know that with my death, your contract has come to an end. You are no longer required to work for the Hughes family, and I want to make sure that you feel no obligation. You are about the age of retirement, and I wish that you can live the rest of your life with your wife in peace. Therefore, I hope you carry out my last wishes. Oh, this is...
Yeah, written to the butler.
Yeah. Thank you, Gordon Hughes.
I like Felix, and I like Gordon. What's your backside?
I like Felix. I think Gordon should be beaten to death a second time.
Well, wouldn't it be funny if, like, you died and left your butler, like, a puzzle to solve about who gets what in the will?
That's hilarious.
So then, like, when the sons are mad about what they get, they're just like, maybe he did the math wrong.
If my sons don't fuck nasty and produce one male heir, then they don't get shit. Like, that's...
Alright, the male heir part was a little out of pocket.
And the marriage part, that's out of pocket.
Yeah.
You don't have to get married to be a good
You don't have to agree with Gordon Hughes.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah, but it was his family.
That's so weird, Jamie. That's so icky. That's so...
Sorry. I'm just agitating you because I can, because you're stuck in the sweater with me. Okay, now let's see this book.
Oh, right.
Upscaling for the Boom. CEO of the Hughes Property Group by Gordon Rush Hughes. We are going to go boom.
My crypto is going to the moon.
The modern housing market has experienced fluctuations like never before. Since the advent of the slice of bread, I already hate whoever wrote this back
It's
cover.
Gordon.
Probably. Housing has been essential for the predicting market health of an economy. Land ownership is now reaching an apex, but it still has growth. I've been on the forefront of regional markets. In this book, I'll explain the forecast signs I took advantage of and the lessons you can learn. This book is a compilation of notes covering the 1970s to 1980s North Carolina markets and the various property types that made my company rebound from financial trouble into the leader it is today. Gordon Rush's Hughes may be a first-time author, but published a first-rate book. This is an essential read for all investors, local and abroad, says E.S. Levy.
All right.
Wait, is there, like, can we open it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so...
Wait. No.
So they're a real estate company?
Yes,
Housing market?
For the 80th time, this is a real estate company.
Oh my god, babe, it's Arrested Development. Oh my god, he scared me.
You mean she, that's Ellen.
My bad. Hello, the Dark Eye.
Are these... Does he have... this looks like the Percy Jackson series.
What?
Never mind.
Outer Frontier. Alright, do we want to scan the bookshelf to see if it's got any secrets? What's that?
Looks like a snack.
Snack.
Fair warning, I did call Gordon the C word while we were reading his letter. We should probably censor that.
Yeah, I heard you. I mean, like, that doesn't matter. You have British ancestry, don't you?
What?
In conclusion, lol. I'm pretty sure you've said that before and I've just left it in.
Oh, okay. I figured it's a YouTube problem.
Oh no, I don't give a shit about that.
I don't care when people say
if
it.
If YouTube says get demonetized for saying cunt, then we're getting demonetized.
It's like...
So I need to say it in like an Australian voice. Cunt! Okay.
That's actually so funny that most of the world considers that such like a terrible slur of a world, and then there's just a country that like...
There's like 4. Let's see. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Because it's typically like used against women. My friend group has actually had several Socratic seminars on this topic. Like, should girls even say it to each other? Like how...
Wow,
like,
I'm so glad I'm not a woman.
Like how... I mean, I'm exaggerating.
Okay.
But like, you know how women call each other bitch now? But
yeah.
like... Anyway.
I thought like cunty was a compliment now.
It is, but like not everyone likes it.
So one letter makes all the difference?
Well, no, it doesn't. Because it's still the word. Some people still don't like it.
Okay.
I mean, the people who are saying that are probably also the people who are...
Ooh, is there something in that? I guess it's just a little piece of pottery. Okay,
I hope you don't mind that I'm crawling around.
No, I don't mind.
I just like this perspective a lot.
Yeah. Welcome back to Social Commentary with Kaylee and Jamie in the Get Along sweater.
Fucking hate talking to you, Jamie.
Have we been in this room? Oh, we have been. We just didn't look too much in it.
Have we?
Yeah, we came here at the very beginning, and we were looking for a body and didn't find one.
Oh, it was the golf. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a golf club here. Let's find out who slept in this room. A warm welcome from Miller's Creek. Hey, hun, I'm almost heading out. Can't believe my old man is actually gone. Don't want to be too sobby in this, but man, this hits me hard. On the bright side, I'll be rolling in the dough. Maybe we can finally settle down, just the two of us. I'll be in town for about 1 week.
2 weeks.
Oh, that is a 2, yeah. And this time I won't have to worry about having to constantly look for a job. These guys don't know what they're missing out on. See you then. Who's this from?
This is. I don't think we get to see it.
Well, whoever it's from is unemployed.
We have to infer who it's from. He's
Okay,
unemployed and unmarried.
Unemployed, unmarried.
So this is probably a son who thought he was getting a lot of money only to realize that because he's unemployed and unmarried, he's barely getting anything.
I'm gonna say this is Ellis because of the tone that it's written in, and also because Ellis made a joke about like, lol, I'll take that management position because he's probably unemployed.
Oh, good catch.
Yeah, that's probably why I said
Are
that.
these the butler's receipts?
No.
No.
Well, let's ask real quick. Why was a postcard from Ellis in here? That says,
Oh, yeah.
That says to me
Did
that
Danielle come to the funeral?
maybe.
Or Daniela? From New Jersey?
Do we know what state we're in?
Hey,
right
wait,
now?
there's a ring.
A ring. Oh, you're so right.
That looks like a family ring. Like a family crest ring.
Hang on, I'm so bad at rotating shit in Unity. St. Valentine University. That's where he went.
Ellis?
Yeah, this is one of the rings he was talking about. Remember, he won like rings and shit for kicking a football.
Okay.
Well, no, there was more writing on it.
Oh, sorry. So wait, this gives maybe this
Yeah.
letter is unsent then.
Whoa, look at this. New York State Rugby Championship. I would agree because if we're assuming that we're in New York right now.
We're not, we're in North Carolina.
We are?
Yes.
Okay, well that postcard was addressed to New Jersey, so that means
Yes.
that it has not yet been sent. So I guess that this is probably a guest bedroom and Ellis was going to stay in here.
Yes. So he hasn't sent it, and he wrote it before he realized that because of these details. Oh, well, what do you know?
Ellis sent. Oh, yeah, there's the easy part. Ellis, she's name engraved in it. So can I make a quick little dash like an Occam's razor?
Yes.
I don't think Ellis is either of the murderers, unless one of the killings was self-defense, because it sounds like this was probably written after the funeral.
No, before, because the will was revealed
You're
at
right.
the
You're
beginning.
right. You're right. So I guess maybe he could have been a murderer if he was like pissed about not getting money.
Well, I feel like that's the simplest option.
Yeah.
Now, these over here, click on those. He was staying here. Super bet. These are bet.
Yeah, yes, he's betting on sports games.
Better luck next time. Congratulations. Better luck next time. So he lost.
Well, how much did he win and lose?
Ticket cost 500.
So
Lost 500. Lost 500. Oh, wait. Then what did he win here?
lost 500.
Ticket cost winnings. 500 total. He spent less on this ticket.
Straight.
Oh, you get your money back. Okay. So
he ultimately lost $500.
yes.
He lost a bet, won a bet, and then lost the money again.
Yeah.
And we'll look into the dates and times on that when we need to see dates and times.
Yeah, I can do math.
You want to see these books?
Yeah. Oh my god, he's reading A Court of Thorns and Roses? Oh my god, he's a TikTok girly? I feel like this is a short bed.
Yes, it is. Wow. Let's take a look at this stuff. There might be things on this table we can look at. Perhaps not.
Oh, hold on. Telescout. 15 completely epic sports moments. Pulling yourself together. Financial guidance, the internet giant. .com, New Age Empire. Keeping money in your pocket. Okay, so this guy is basically like the 2003 equivalent of a meme coin investor.
There's something on the ground over there.
And he's trying to jump on the .com boom. And
guess so, yeah.
get rich quick things. And he's not very responsible.
Trick.
Dust. Handprint dust.
Oh, I see that.
Probably not important.
Well,
Wait,
no.
Wait.
Handprint dust tells us that this room was not occupied for a long time, and whoever stayed in here wanted to listen to music. So this is almost definitely a guest room. I think we can confirm that.
Yeah. I think we could confirm as much just with Ellis being in here.
Bunch of golf clubs. Wait, are we to believe that the golf club could be a murder weapon? Take a look at that golf club.
Oh, that could be interesting.
No blood on it, but it was definitely taken out. There must be a reason why it was removed.
He was a rugby player, so I don't know why. Maybe it was meant for somebody else. Let's go back into the room with the other dead body in it and try and infer. Because I think, no matter what, this is the death that took place first. And, I just want to say, I think as a result of this altercation, maybe it's too...
I noticed something. I think he was smothered with a pillow.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably the cause of death.
That could still get you scratches on your arms, couldn't it?
Of course, yeah, because, like, well, I mean,
You're-
the one being smothered would probably be trying to scratch it off. Like, grab
Yeah.
whoever's doing it to him.
Yeah. Anyway, my guess was the result of this altercation led to someone discovering it, and then a fight breaks out of some sort, and that leads...
Dude gets thrown over the edge.
Not this
Not
edge,
that side, this side.
but that leads to various, like, like, turn this way. The other way. Like, you know, various struggle things. So I find it hard to believe that someone could get bashed into a wall numerous times without bleeding. So maybe not. And then, I guess they must have eventually been thrown over? I don't know.
Is there a clue hiding in the balloons, maybe?
I highly doubt that.
Okay, well, we were told that there was a gunshot. We haven't found the bullet yet.
Oh, you're right. Wait, when were we told there was a gunshot?
Police report. It said that someone got shot right in the forehead.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Let's give that another look.
Bullet wound to his midline forehead. It's twisted.
Now real quick. Now that we know just about everything else, let's actually look at those text messages on the phone. Because I'm assuming the phone belonged to the deceased.
No, it was found in the... Oh, it's the first deceased. Suit pocket of the body on the second floor.
Okay.
Suit pocket, so it was a funeral attendee.
This will probably tell us who was killed up there. So first off, I don't recognize the neighbor's number in here, so that's not any of these. Prepare your speech by Friday. We will start preparing for the toast at 11 a.m. Hope that you can be here early to help. Okay. This is probably the butler. See you then. See you. I'll be away for an hour or two to do some errands. Do let me know if you need anything. Okay. Whoever this is seems very cold and distant from the butler. These are all the same area code.
Maybe it's Ellis. Hey, what do you want from me? I need to talk to you.
What day was the funeral, do we know?
I don't remember, but it's...
Friday at 11. We don't know what date that is, though.
Scroll.
Leave a message, it needs to be in person.
This is probably regarding some kind of blackmail, and then the last one messages have been deleted.
Need to talk to you, it's important. So the owner of this phone was blackmailing a brother, probably.
Probably.
Interesting. Meet me outside in 5 minutes, and then a new text appears and it's deleted. So that's probably connected. So it seems to me like that first death occurred because of blackmail. Oh, there's a phone here.
Oh.
Wait, let's look at these post-it notes first. Keep Roger from drinking too much. That's good to know. Was Roger the one who was an emotional wreck?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep Damian Goodman, James Goodman, send us allergic to strawberries. Make sure he doesn't get it. Philip Braxton has a slight lactose intolerance. I don't think these are important.
Only the top one, yeah. Cute. Evelyn Fletcher. Joshua Fletcher's mother has early onset dementia. Alert Joshua in case anything happens.
Joshua, is he the guy who got the company?
No, that was Jonathan. He's nobody, I think. Roman's son is allergic to peanuts. Remember William Riverside.
Roman is one of the brothers.
Yeah, he's the youngest one. I don't know who Riverside is. To Samuel Hughes.
Oh, these are funeral goodie bags?
Well, who's Samuel Hughes? There's no brother named Samuel.
No, but hold on. Look at the other one. These could be red herrings. Harmony Hughes.
Well, these must be grandchildren, is all I can think.
Two individuals who didn't show.
Could be that too. But
They could be grandkids. I'm just saying, whoever they are, they didn't take their goodie bags.
good point. Yeah, that's a good way to look into that. I don't recognize if these are any of the same numbers, but let's go ahead and read these. Whoever's phone this is somebody who was not killed, probably.
This is
Maybe they were. Do remember to prepare your speech by Friday. So this is the butler again.
again.
Saying
Yeah.
somebody else.
Felix will be back at 2. Got some things. This is the 16th. Wait for an hour to do some marriage. You just copy and paste his text to the sons.
He does. That's funny. Probably nothing nefarious. Says I'll be back at 2. Need to do stuff.
Did you hear that shit during the speeches? Man, I'm sick of his attitude. So the plan is still in action, right?
2 brothers are conspiring against another.
Yeah, all 3 of us agree he needs to be put in his place. No way I'm stopping that now. Or they're conspiring against Jonathan.
Yeah, that might be it.
They have dirt on Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan seemed like a snooty asshole.
Yeah.
All 3 of us agree that he needs to be put in his place, right?
Or this is in response to the guy,
To Roman,
to the brother who offered to buy out Jonathan's.
that which is Roman. Roman
Yeah.
was offered a managerial position, and then he said he was going to buy him out.
When I
I'll-
flipped it around.
He needs to be put in his place, and the way I'm stopping now, we need to do it today. You can imagine the look on his face when I pull up the dirt on him. So this is about blackmail. They're blackmailing someone. It's either Roman or Jonathan, I think.
Can't believe you're doing this. You know, my son looks up to you. Who's the one with the son?
I think that
We know
was Roger.
I thought no Roman, right? Is there more? Scroll down.
I'm sure he does.
Where the hell is that little shit? Okay.
That's 30 minutes later about... Okay, we'll read the last one, but then we need to go figure out who had the son for certain. Because
Multiple of them could have sons. Okay.
Ooh,
this
this is probably the one that was deleted on the other phone, too.
Yeah. And this is wait, can we read the date that was again?
Which one?
That one. Okay, so it's
5/16.
5/16.
So that's probably the day of the funeral.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Go back.
Okay.
Okay, so this
Hit
second...
F real quick. I want to figure out which one was the...
Well, I was gonna say, there's a mention of a son on one of those notes.
Yeah, but there's another mention here. Give me a second.
Hey, Roman... Okay, so get it straight. Roman owns, or does his own...
Real estate.
Real estate. Roger is a chef. Glenn is a lawyer. They're all employed. Ellis is unemployed.
Yeah.
Scroll up slightly. We know Roman is married, on top of owning his own real estate.
Yes, and Roman talks about his wife experiencing childbirth, because that's a normal thing people talk about.
Yeah, I don't like this guy.
So,
I don't
Roman...
like any of these guys.
Roman is the youngest. He's the most successful. He's very vain and cocky.
Mm-hmm.
Roman work as a manager for our company. And Roman says, no thank you. I'm quite proud of my current work. Prefer not to take orders from anyone. Okay, interesting. Roger was the one who was an emotional wreck.
Yeah.
To keep him from drinking.
Roman's son. Okay, Roman does have a son.
Yes.
So...
Roman is the only one confirmed to have a son. And then, well, that can tell us then, off of this phone, because somebody said, my son looks up to you, right? You know my son looks up to you. So this number is probably Roman, 4302. In fact, let's just put that in notes. 4302. And can you type in Roman? No, that's just...
Oh, you're
That's
right.
just Roman, we think. Okay. So, that says to me that it's Jonathan is who they're talking about. Because the only other person that we could be sus of is Roman. And Roman is here talking now.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
And we don't know that until we find out that if somebody else has a son, you're right.
Yeah. Anyone... The others could have a son, too. What do you press to close the...
And let's see if there's anything about a door. Briefcase here.
Mm.
No, what do we got in here? Cough drop. Maybe somebody had a cold at the time. Yes, didn't somebody have a cold during the speech?
Possibly. Look
Sniffling a lot?
Look at that locket. Don't know. Doesn't have a name on it. I'll miss you, Dad. Someone has a daughter.
Okay. Vermin defense. I bet that this is
This is the lawyer.
Jonathan.
Is Jonathan the lawyer?
No,
You
I
need someone to
Jonathan-
supervise a business contract. He's a lawyer.
Maybe I was gonna say that Jonathan might have been the asshole who began the eulogy. Seems like the one who would carry a briefcase around, but Glenn is the lawyer, I think.
Well, yeah, I'm saying I think the owner of the suitcase is a lawyer because he says, call me, need someone to supervise a business contract. Like you need a witness or something, or someone to make sure that the contract is legit.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see what else is in here. This will probably tell
Meet
us who
with
it
the
is.
DA.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably the lawyer. I'm only told that he wants to charge the Holt kid, even though he's a minor. Steve Holt.
Oh my god.
I'm actually getting a lot of Arrested Development references in this one, I think. Dinner with Joseph Michaels, 3 p.m. Third is Saturday. Dad left sniper at the log cabin. Retrieve it.
Man, what?
That's not hunter lingo. I can just tell you. Make sure to drive him down next week and return it to him.
I don't think it's supposed to be hunter lingo. DA appointed me as the prosecutor.
I feel like it's supposed to be sniper rifles, but they're...
Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be hunter lingo. I think someone's out here killing people. That's an LDSK.
Okay. DA appointed me as the prosecutor for Barley Davidson's case. Kyle Santino.
Barley Davidson.
Me. That's my name. Initials ready by 2 p.m. Call Daniel Riley 4 p.m. Up here we have crossed out stuff. Meet with Carlos Reynolds, Barley's family lawyer. Pick up Ruby 5 p.m. Dad died. Canceled this week, so he died on the 5th of Monday. Call Valerie when home. Won't be good to see Ruby. So it sounds to me like, I think this is Glenn right here. Glenn is also a father, but he only has a daughter.
Yes.
Which means that my son looks up to you still refers to Roman.
So far. It's probably safe to assume that Ellis doesn't have any kids.
Yeah,
because
Ellis
there's
seems
been no indication so far.
I agree with you. Call Nicholas Kloss. Saint Nick?
Oh, he's divorced.
Wait, he's divorced?
Yeah, this Glenn is divorced.
Oh.
Pick up Ruby at 6. She stays till the 8th. He's got half custody.
Good catch.
So he gets another doc.
Well, Harrison Casa at 12 noon. You're right, that's important. We'll do the tallying later, I think. Take Ruby to Super Castle Park. Call Felix for update. Lunch with Joshua. Star.
So this is all stuff he didn't do.
Yeah. Star Diner, I think, was mentioned in an earlier case. Maybe the first one.
Just clear out next week, too. I think this stuff is not crossed out because he did it, but it's crossed out because his dad died.
Yeah, you're right.
So he didn't do any of this.
Uh-huh. We'll come back later and examine what that means contextually. And is that all that's in here?
Can we not see the...
Alright. I tell you what I'm down to do.
Huh.
We should take thorough notes on what we know about each brother for certain, and then I'm down to sleep on if you want and pick this up another day.
Perhaps.
I don't think we're going to help ourselves by sitting down and forcing too much in one sitting.
I suppose not. I'm just a little bit curious to dig around a bit more.
We should have a look at the gun room at least.
Yes, I agree. I think that's what my brain is missing. Ellen.
So don't forget this door was left slightly ajar.
This is probably the property? Yeah, this is for hunting.
Okay.
Extra strong mega pack. Wait, hold on. I want to see what that was. Drawstring bags.
Trash cans.
I think
And it's open.
perhaps someone maybe intended on using the hunting supplies
Can we take a look at the safe?
to commit an unaliving.
Perhaps.
Uzi.
It's kind of
Uzi
Uzi.
pistol.
How Gordon Hughes is a gangster.
Was LMFAO.
I mean, that's an important note that, like, an Uzi is hardly even for home defense. That is just a fucking mafia weapon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Knives.
How conniving.
These are all intact. I feel like maybe another knife should have been there, but I don't see one.
We'll see what other...
Oh, I realize now that these bullets are hastily scattered. Oh, that's the statement box.
Yeah, maybe someone... No, because why would the gun be there?
Move this way.
No, I'm just thinking out loud and don't have anything to connect it to.
Okay.
First aid.
Sondi. I don't know what that means. What it's supposed to be parodying. You want to look at the Mini 14s back? Stand up real quick. Oh, these are all like hunting shotguns.
Yeah.
And rifles. 1 shotgun, and 4 rifles. And 1 something? I don't know. Maybe it's a youth shotgun or a youth rifle. Let's get down and look at these things down here. These are just scattered rounds. They are not spent shells, which means that they're unfired, of course. And this gun has been knocked down.
We can't tell if it's been loaded or not. I mean, a gun is always loaded, but we can't
Yeah.
tell if this one is loaded.
Actually, give me a closer look to it. Maybe there's a way to tell. The one that's on the ground.
I don't know. We hovered over it a lot.
Yeah, there's no real way of knowing. So, but, important. 4 pistol holders, 2 in the racks,
Two in the
1 on the ground.
Where's the other one?
4th one is missing.
Yeah.
So somebody took a gun hastily, which is why there's 1 on the ground, loaded it hastily, which is why there's unspent rounds everywhere.
Yeah, you're right.
and left with it.
So that is what the missing gun is likely the murder weapon then.
Well, what this says to me is that this is reactionary. This says to me that the first murder happened,
Yes,
and somebody ran to get this.
that's what I was trying to say. Yes.
Okay, but you made it sound like that the first murder was carried out with the gun.
No, I didn't.
That's what it sounded like.
Hey, you don't listen to me. Jamie doesn't listen to me.
She uses a riot shield. History of pottery in North America. Is this at all important?
I mean, I think it's interesting.
Martha Amelia Hughes.
Oh, is it the wife who wrote it?
Must be some wife,
The mom?
maybe. Was Martha the mom's name? Here's another book by her.
We don't know. But if
Probably.
I imagine so.
You want to have a quick look at all the bookshelves with me?
Sure.
All right, let's do this nice and carefully. Nothing there. Looks like a Nancy Drew puzzle box.
Another Martha Hughes book?
Yep. I wish we could open it up because, like, maybe there's an inscription inside. So, let's see if we can't get all the professions down. Let's work youngest to oldest.
Okay, youngest Roman, right?
Yes. And,
Who's the next one?
well, let's say what we know about him real quick.
Oh.
So,
Employ.
real estate, self-employed, successful. It's okay if you misspell things. Keep going.
I will add self-employed. Greek estate.
Has a son.
Right?
Yes, I believe he is. Real quick, let's see if I'm not sure who's older, Roger or Glenn, but it seems like they were very close in age. Maybe they're even twins. Ellis is the eldest. Thank you, Jonathan. Let's see. Roger, you're up.
Okay, my current hypothesis, I know that we're not really...
Formulate it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and say it.
I think my current hypothesis is that Ellis is uninvolved. He's a red herring. I think... What's his face? Roger might be the second killer. But there could be some, you know, sensitivity or some clues about that because he felt bad when he killed that deer.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows how to load a gun. We know he's done it before. I think he got so emotional at someone murdering the first person that he carried out the second murder.
Yeah, he does seem like he's the most emotional, and that would make sense. Roger is a chef, emotional, hunter.
I mean, they did say first kill.
Yeah.
Treasure every
Maybe he's
life.
Dexter.
Treasure every life was in the what Glenn said.
Yeah. And we could do Glenn real quick. Glenn is... sorry, I backed that up. Glenn is, Gleb.
Gleb.
So he's lawyer for the state. Divorced. Daughter named Amelie.
Ruby.
Was that her name?
I
My
think.
bad. Yeah, Ruby sounds right.
Daughter named whatever. Lawyer divorced, daughter named, I think Ruby, but I don't remember.
Compassionate. He was very
Yeah.
supportive of Roger. He came up and whispered in his ear.
I'm gonna say Gordon.
We'll go up. And then let's do Ellis. Unemployed. Girlfriend. Football.
Rugby.
You're right. Married.
Oh my god.
Staying in guest room.
Gambler.
Gambler, yeah.
Bad whim.
You wanna know what I get from this?
Hmm.
These three all seem like they're much more acquainted, and Ellis is a little estranged.
Yeah.
So in the phone over there, when it says we're gonna confront him with the dirt on him, I assume that it's Roman, Roger, and Glenn who are confronting somebody else, and that Ellis is out of it. Jonathan is in charge of the company.
He did mention having a bad past. Maybe he's arguably like a son to Gordon.
Yeah. Jonathan is almost definitely being blackmailed. I don't know what he's being blackmailed with.
Offered, I feel like Roman saying he had intentions to take over the company strikes me as more egregious than Jonathan offering Roman a job, but
keep in mind that the brothers are all buddies.
But the brothers are all, yes, the brothers are all buddies. Both are pretty egregious for the funeral.
But one preceded the other, so Roman's response almost seems reactionary to Jonathan's first escalation.
Yeah, that could very much be true.
Also, we're like certain that Roman was talking on the phone because he said, "My son looks up to you."
Yes,
so.
Again, he's the only one with a phone, so there is John. Maybe?
Why are you doing question marks with one hand?
2 fingers.
Oh, forget that this is shift. I've never
Uh,
used that before.
Okay.
Oops. Well, I'm good to save there.
Oh, hold on.
Felix, Butler. Yeah, sounds good to me. All right, I'm good to back out of this.
All right.
Maybe tomorrow we could try it again.
Yeah, I think this one is better than the other one.
I agree, because I think that being in an office just made it way too much clutter information.
My back is killing me sitting like this in this sweater.
Sorry, that's part of the punishment.
Yeah.
Becky and I had just graduated from the Detective Academy. We heard that there would be a fall charity carnival in town, and we were totally excited.
Would you please pass me the French press, darling?
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, it's fucking hot! Ah, shit!
JB,
I'm trying my best.
are you stupid?
I couldn't have grabbed the handle. It's your fault.
I hate sharing a body with you.
It's been a number of days.
It's been like 3 or 4 days. Share your hypotheses.
Okay, so I've had some productive thoughts. I don't know if Kaylee has, because
No.
Kaylee's head is empty all the time.
I don't think.
Okay,
I'm WASD.
so what are these frame drops? Why
Oh my God.
Why is the game performing like shit for no reason? I'm moving. So, first thing that occurred to me that did not add up at all. Police officer's notes. These notes are from a police officer who responded to the scene, okay? So there's a note here: male, white body, black suit, black dress pants, dirt on underside of body as if it was dragged, covered in blood. Bullet wound to his midline forehead. Okay, I think I understand what's happened here. So what I was gonna say is that this is a body that's being described by a police officer. Doesn't say where it was found. Unknown victim, and it's someone who was shot in the forehead is what it says. But if you want to do a quick little bit of detective work, I'll try using this.
Here.
All right, take me to this body over here. So this body is obviously not shot because there's no blood. The positioning could be a clue because it's a little abnormal. But then the second body, you want to go to the second body down at the bottom of the stairs? This is the big epiphany that I thought of. There's a shit ton of blood down here. So we just assumed, yep, that's where the other person was killed. If you hit shift, you can sprint.
Oh, that is way too... That's like Payne's Creek fast.
Okay, but there's no body here.
So we deduced that it was probably oh, hey, wait.
Ooh, footprints.
Wait. We missed something important. Look. That looks like older blood. Or dirt or something.
Dirt, probably.
Well, it's in a circle, so it looks like it was liquid.
Check the doorknob. Is there blood on it? No? Okay. So what I'm getting at is that somebody was grievously wounded here, and then another party dragged the body away and out the door. And I've put together a hypothesis that I want to explore momentarily, because I think I have a rudimentary idea of who the killers were and why.
Okay. I will let you speak without interrupting you.
Oh, did you want me to share it now?
Oh, well, I thought that's what you were leading up to.
Okay. Well, what I think is going on is that the first murder occurs upstairs, and I think I'm gonna go out on a limb. I've changed my tune from last time. I think that Ellis is the first murderer, the oldest brother who's the rugby dude with like no real prospects. I think that he's the killer because one, this seems like it was a murder like done with, fucking smothering with a pillow.
What about the keys?
The keys?
The keys that we knew the other brother had.
We'll come back to that in a moment. And we should look more closely about whose keys these are to be certain. Put that down. The reason I think that is because Ellis is notably the strongest brother physically, so he would easily overpower any of the other brothers. Then I think what happened is that after he strangled one of them, who I'm assuming is whoever cheated him out in the will, and we'll investigate that later, the other two brothers ganged up against Ellis immediately out here in the hallway and got into a scuffle, which is why you see broken drywall everywhere. I think maybe one of them might have run to gotten a gun, while the other one threw Ellis over the banister. Unless
someone was thrown over the banister.
Yeah.
We can't say for sure that in that situation that was Ellis.
I would think it's whoever is killed. The reason I think that it was Ellis who was thrown over the banister is because then the other two brothers had to hide a body. If Ellis threw one of the other two over, then I think there would have been 3 bodies here, not 2. So,
wait.
Because clearly...
So Ellis killed the other two and then himself? In that scuffle, or do you mean he killed all of his
I'm saying that that's hypothetically what would have happened. I'm saying that Ellis killed one brother, and then the other 2 killed him. And then the other 2 brothers panicked and dragged his body out the door and took it somewhere to go hide it.
Yes, I'm saying how in that other equation would you have 3 bodies?
Because
he would have killed all of his brothers?
Yes, because if Ellis threw somebody over the edge, how does he resolve things peacefully with the last brother?
So you think all 4 brothers were involved in this conflict?
Yes, they were all in the house. I believe Ellis killed the first one over some dispute in that room. He smuggled it in with a pillow. Then one of the other 2 brothers found out and they got into an immediate fight, while the third brother went and got a gun downstairs. And it's unclear to me right now. We should look for a shell casing. If Ellis was shot, check the wall maybe. There could be a bullet embedded in it.
It's been there is a good, decent chance that we are just missing a shell casing somewhere, based on how hard it's been to find them other times.
We'll look for shell casings in a dedicated search soon. But I believe that Ellis is the first murderer, and then the other 2 brothers murdered him out of rage or self-defense. Probably not self-defense, or they might have gone to the police, and then immediately went to go hide the body.
They could have also picked up the shell casing if they were going to go through the effort to hide the body.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if... It seems like it was a bit more panicked. There it is on the floor. Stop.
Ah.
Okay. So... Center fire cartridge, I guess.
What's that dot for?
That's where, like, the firing pin punches the cartridge, I think. Oh. Okay. So that explains the gun, which is the one thing I wasn't 100% on. So one brother finds the body upstairs and hollers down below, or maybe they're both up there. and he's like, shit, Ellis killed the brother. So one runs down and loads a gun hastily while the other two are brawling upstairs. And I think that the brother who's not Ellis runs down the stairs. Ellis is chasing him, comes through here, or they start running by the door. And then the brother who got the gun comes right here, takes a shot, and shoots Ellis. He definitely shoots Ellis because if he shot the other brother by mistake, there would be 2 bodies. Or at least 2 smudge trails of dragging bodies out. So it was 2 against 1. And then the 2 remaining brothers dragged the body out. So that's my prediction on who killed who. We just need to figure out motive.
Take a look at the questions again.
Okay, they're pretty straightforward. So we need to figure out who got what in the will. I don't really know about the target of blackmail, but I think that it was
Probably Jonathan.
Roman and Glenn, I think, were blackmailing Jonathan. I'm not sure how that factors in, though. We're going to have to consider everything. I think 2 people were killed. And I think that, we'll put in the victims' names when we're ready. So yeah, I let you choose, Kaylee. Do you want to try working out the will or working out everything else first?
Oh, I really don't want to touch that will.
I think we should do the will. I think that it's gonna hold us back, if anything.
I know, I guess it's just like a getting it over with thing, but I hate math.
We're doing math. It's gonna be hard to do math with 1 hand each, though.
Yeah.
So help me read that will. So, we'll just make it easy on us. Okay, so let's figure out the rules. Stanton law is an intermediary. Supervise the distribution of the remainder of my wealth. Letters to justify the thought.
What is a C-suite position? Oh, CEO?
Guess so.
Or COO?
Each son will receive points based on their employment and the condition of their marriage or relationship. If they're unemployed, they will be given a negative point to their overall amount. So, Ellis is the only one who's unemployed, I think. Let's start making notes right now.
We
So
took those notes.
we're gonna
you
we're
mean
gonna do something for the
percentage.
will specifically. So let's keep track of everything. Employment. Yeah, that's gonna bug me if I don't fix that. Okay, so Ellis is unemployed.
Roger is now a successful chef, and I am a lawyer for the state.
If they are single, do not receive or subtract any points. If they are divorced, they have a single point taken from them. So then,
How about...
here, let's do a
Well,
points gained for, and then put down every positive.
Okay, yeah, then never mind.
So you can type faster than I do.
0. And then 1. And then 2.
You're smart.
And then... I think this is 3, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then... Click there. 0. And then...
Teamwork.
Well, I don't know about
We don't know about Roger yet. We'll have to investigate that.
Divorced daughter minus
Real quick, I want to read more about what it means, because it's if they're single, nothing happens to them. If they're divorced, single point taken. If they're married, they gain 1 point. If they've provided the family with even 1 single male heir, they gain an additional point. So Roman's gonna get a lot of points.
Yes, Roman wins out on these 2 categories. So
I think
far.
Ellis kills Roman.
Well, okay, hold on. Because actually, what I'm looking at this, and I could be wrong, but I'm not positive that Ellis comes out with the least amount. But
Even so, Roman's gonna have the most.
Yes, Roman is going to have the most, but hold on. I don't think we should also completely negate the entire blackmail conspiracy. That probably has something to do with it. Unless we can confirm that Ellis was the killer and had no idea that that blackmail conspiracy was going on.
Well,
Thus proving that the blackmail conspiracy was a red herring.
after last time when who is the dirty cop meant literally nothing, I'm prepared for blackmail to be completely irrelevant, but let's still figure out who did it.
Yes, that's fair. Okay, click Glenn divorced daughter, -1, and then Roman married with son, 2. So right now, Ellis sits at
Ellis has 0 points.
0. Roger sits at
1, kind of. We don't know
1
his career
question
or
mark.
relationship.
Glenn sits at 1, and then
Roman has 5.
Roman sits at 5.
Okay, now let's figure out what we do with the points again, because I think there's another twist.
There is. Whoever shall have the highest amount of points will receive a 15% addition. Whoever shall have the second amount of points will receive a 10% addition. The third place will receive the same. The final score shall receive 5%. Ellis gets 0 additions because he has 0 points. Wait, does Ellis not get anything?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, wait.
I think Ellis...
Wait. Key thing we missed. -point to their overall amount. So I think each of them get a set amount. And this just affects it.
Let's assume that it's 25%.
Well, point isn't a unit of measurement. So yeah, I guess we could assume that it's 25%.
Let's see if he says that. Distribution of the remainder of my wealth, letters to justify the thought process of what is to follow. Each son will receive points based on their employment status. It's not explicitly said, but I think we're supposed to assume that of this sum, each son begins with 25% split 4 ways, and then the percentages are adjusted.
So
ultimately, it's not about points don't equate to a specific like percentage point gain per point. This is a score now. And it goes Roman, Glenn, Roger, Ellis in last place, I think. So that means that Roman is going to receive 40% of the will. Second place is going to get 35%. Third place is also going to get 35%. So that's breaking how math works, I think. Yeah, that's 110%. Final.
Oh. Addition.
It can't be that they all receive a quarter. Even if Ellis gets nothing.
Oh god, this is why I hate this puzzle. I wish we knew what we were starting with.
Maybe if we look around, we'll find out more.
Wait, look for dead pixels.
Fuck you.
No, clearly that's where the thing hit. That's clearly where.
That's clearly.
It's clearly. Where you know.
Let's try to figure out through the keyring, maybe. Well, you know what?
Pardon.
So.
Wakefield, Freshies Market, theft
Something.
Number 4.
Let's see if we can find an address somewhere.
RV.
Mailbox. Press back. Let's go to see the postcard in the other room. You can speed up. Show me that postcard. 22B Arguel Lane. I was gonna say maybe she lived at house number 4, but she does not. So I do not think those are Ellis's keys.
No, I don't think so. I think if they were, they'd be in here.
Smellless has a gambling problem.
We knew this, yes. No, I was just trying to see if they were.
We should just keep on looking for addresses. Maybe check the briefcase downstairs. Yeah. It's your dad.
No kid has that nice handwriting.
No kid bites their dad in a locket. Cough drop probably irrelevant. Might have been sung in that case. Let's see if there's anything in here that divulges where he lives. So, meet with district attorney, Holt kid, not likely to move forward. Dinner with Joseph Michaels. Sniper at the log cabin, retrieve it. Make sure to drive down this week.
I can't believe Vote for Holt got a cameo in this game.
Shut the hell up. Well, just find out that case was actually added after we did the Pain Streak series and it wasn't a reference to us. So do we agree that, I think it's almost obvious that Roman is the brother that Ellis strangled.
I don't know if I fully follow your thing yet, because I want to officially rule the blackmail event as a red herring and unrelated to this.
Alright.
If it's so simple that it's just a rule of brotherly jealousy, I don't know.
You want to know the reason? There's 2 big reasons why I think so. One is that Roman was clearly the favored son, and Ellis was the least favored son, and he was probably very jealous of his contribution because we know that Ellis was expecting to pick up a lot of money from this inheritance. And the other reason is that we know from the eulogy that Glenn and Roger are very close. So it makes a lot of sense that if Ellis then attacked Glenn or Roger, the other would run and get a gun to defend the other.
But they would have attacked Roman.
No, Roman is already dead at this point, and then Glenn or Roger stumbles across the body and shouts about what happened.
Oh.
Ellis starts attacking him. It makes perfect sense that one of these two brothers would grab a gun and be willing to kill Ellis to defend them from their other brother.
Silence for a second.
Because you see...
Keys shuffle... Wait.
Oh, wait, yeah, this is important.
Did Jonathan have the keys?
Jonathan?
Scroll up. Hard work, humility.
Let's listen to how this went out.
Now I believe that Ellis, Gordon's eldest, is next.
Yeah, I think it's perfectly believable.
Now it's making sense.
Yeah, I believe that those keys are just a clue to say that Ellis is the one who
Thank you.
killed the first person.
Okay. I believe you there. For some reason, I thought Roger had the key set.
Okay. Becomes a little more lively. Minded taking that magical spot you have, by the way. Did you want me to keep playing this?
Scroll down. I just want to skim it.
MVP awards, state rings. He's flexing about being an athlete. Carry on my dad's legacy, ensure success. Roger, you're up. So, are we to assume that it goes from oldest to youngest? So that means that Roger is older than Glenn, I would assume. And Jonathan only... This wasn't Jonathan's... This was not Roman's turn to speak when he interjected. He was just randomly offered a job.
Yes.
So it goes Ellis, then Roger's the second oldest. Hello and welcome for coming today. Roger's all choked up and emotional. Share some precious memories with my father. He would often take Glenn and I out hunting with him. So this tells me there's a big age gap between Ellis and Glenn and Roger. If he says that he would take Glenn and I out hunting, but Ellis is out of the equation.
I figured they were twins.
They might be twins. That makes a lot of fucking sense. That really explains why one would kill Ellis to defend the other. Like, of course he's going to choose his twin over the oldest brother. And this, I mean, if we're assuming that he's 5 or 6 years apart, this could have been like Ellis's shitty college years when he was away, doing football and just being an ass. Rugby. I keep assuming he was doing football. I think you're honest, I think that Roger and Glenn are twins.
It would explain why they support each other.
Mm-hmm.
But all the implication that we get that they support each other is just Glenn coming up to be like, okay, buddy, it's okay, you don't have to talk.
Okay, but also they go out on hunting trips together.
Well, yeah, but, you know.
Well, let's see. So Roger says, I still remember Glenn's first kill. Or wait, I remember the first time he, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, it's difficult.
Roger's
that time we
first
went.
kill.
You're right. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you. Sorry about that. It's been rough for Elvis. Father would often take Roger and I hunting. Hearty cough.
Cough drops.
Cough drops, you're right.
Well, we already knew that.
Yeah,
that was
you're right. But that is cool that we got that clue. Of course, we never caught anything until we grew a little older. Father was always there showing us how to do things right. Often we would have to only load the truck up with his prizes, but in time we'd add to that pile. It's so weird because I feel like they're building a subplot that Roger and Glenn are secretly serial killers.
Yeah, like
I
that
get
felt
such
very
Dexter vibes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that felt very Dexter to me. I didn't really like that.
I remember Roger's first kill. His voice is mirthful, almost laughing. I swear, we're gonna read the case report for this, and it's gonna say like Roger and Glenn were actually serial killers.
We're thinking about this because that's literally the plot of Dexter season 1. Remember? That's literally the plot of Dexter season 1. Remember how you were? No, that was Hannibal. That was Hannibal.
Wee woo.
Remember, because like the daughter and the dad, they had
fucking
that
Garrett Jacob Hobbs.
awful scene where they're like, "This is how you hunt a deer," and that's like not how you hunt a deer at all.
No, it's not. He started crying. Yes, you did.
I'm so sorry that I mixed up Dexter and Hannibal.
Yeah,
I'll never do that again.
They're both mid, so. Ow. He started crying. Yes, you did. Not because you were happy that you'd finally succeeded, but because you felt bad for the deer when you got up to it. I think that this is the game's way of saying. No, I think Roger is the one who killed Ellis. I think Glenn found Ellis killing Roman, and then Ellis and Glenn started fighting, and Roger ran, got the gun, and he's the one who shot Ellis.
Scroll down.
He started crying as you did.
Would then teach us the importance of each individual life the deer would live on with us, and later within us they ate the deer.
Yeah. I don't think that part's really important.
No, it's not, but like it, you know, it could tell you, shed a bit light on how they consider life.
Yeah.
These experiences he gave have led us to where we are today. Roger is now a successful chef. I, on the other hand, am a lawyer for the state. Maybe he's a chef because of the deer that he ate.
Maybe. That could have been part of it. He coughs again. After Mom passed away, Dad resolved to give us as much support as he could. This wasn't just in our retrospective businesses, but in our lives and our own growing families. I think it really shows wherever you are, Dad. Thank you. God bless.
Okay, so Roger does not mention having any children here, but he says, and our own growing families. Does that imply that he has children?
Growing. I don't think Roger has kids. I think that there would be something more determinate about that. Roger seems like a loner. He seems kind of emotionally disturbed.
Emotionally disturbed.
Yeah, he seems. I mean, maybe it's just because his dad died, but he's
just. You have seen this man sad.
If Roger,
and your analysis
if Roger had a family, I think we would have heard about them by now.
Probably.
And then this is Roman speaking, and I think this is where we need to pay close attention. My father was a very successful man, like Jonathan said. Our grandfather's company was in the gutters when he got the position. What he accomplished with it was awe-inspiring. Like him, I decided to start with nothing as well. Oh, I think I'm picking up a sling. I'll read this out and then I'll say it. I wanted to climb the ladder with my own grit and sacrifice. I think Father appreciated that. Someone tried to do without. He was correct to put his faith in me. Roman Estate Company is as successful as Hughes Property Group. Founding it was an endeavor, and to keep it running has been arduous. It's been like childbirth, so yes, he's a father. I believe that it's in my best interest to continue the great legacy that my father created, to continue his business operandi. I will buy out Hughes Property Group entirely.
I forgot about that.
You know what I think is going on? I think that Roman is working with Glenn to blackmail Jonathan, and they're blackmailing him to sell the business. That's the angle of the blackmail. Because this is the only established case of one character wanting something from Jonathan. He wants to buy out the company that Jonathan's in control of. And we also know that Roman said, "My son looks up to you" in the blackmail texts. I think it's Glenn and Roman who are doing it together, and I think they're the only two brothers who know about the blackmail. I'm sure I can find you a position as well. All that, and that is all I have to say. Felix, back to you. Felix is the butler. And then William Darby shows up. Okay. Important. That's good stuff. So let me go ahead and take a look at that phone where that text message appears. Man, finding that shell casing was great because I literally thought that's where the shot would have been taken, and then I went there to go look for it and I found it. So it all made sense. So I believe this phone belongs to Glenn, the lawyer. Let's see if anything conflicts with that. Prepare your speech. Yeah. Hey, Felix. I'll be back at 2.
No, I think this is Ellis's phone.
No, I don't think so, because...
Why would...
Did you hear that shit during speeches? I'm sick of his attitude.
No, wait.
So the plan is still in action. I think that this is Roman right here.
Wait. Hold on one second. Let me reread this myself. Why would Roman seem hesitant to pull up dirt on Jonathan?
Maybe...
If he's the one who wants to buy the company.
Maybe he's only saying he wants to buy the company because he's doing it for his brothers, Roger and
I
Glenn.
doubt that. There's nothing to indicate that. There's nothing to indicate a closeness with his other brothers that would make him want to do that. Where the hell is that little shit? I'm sure he does.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was a group chat for a second. It's not. It just layers the text weird. So...
516.
Where the hell is that little shit? Okay, you know, I could be entertained to believe that this is actually Ellis's phone.
Ellis is the only one who... I mean, I think it would be implied that Ellis talks like this because he's not using any, he doesn't care about grammar, he's not capitalizing any words, he's swearing. None of the brothers have been shown to do that, but if I was to assume that one does that, I would assume Ellis does it, based on what we know about his personality so far.
Well,
I don't know, Jamie. I don't know. I still feel like I can't back it up enough, but I get a weird vibe from these texts that makes me think we're missing something.
348-413-1311. There's another phone, right, in our inventory? 4311 is a number. Let's look at the brand. Meridian.
Examine.
Deleted. Okay. So this phone right here is 4311. Prepare your speech by Friday. So this is the phone of a brother. A conversation was deleted between 2 of the brothers. See you then. Okay. See you. I'll be away for an errand. Let me know if you need anything. Okay. Man of few words has this phone. Hey, what do you want to me? I need to talk to you. It's important.
48715-8891. Is there a conversation on the other phone with this number? 348-715-8891.
Good question. Let me just see what this is. Busy with work right now.
This is the person who they... Wait.
This is who they were blackmailing.
I think this is... Yeah, whoever they wanted to enact their plan on. Look, 'cause that's when they were looking for the guy.
Huge thing. 5:24 p.m. and then... So 5:24 p.m. he says, fine, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And then... 5:42, where the hell is that little shit?
Yeah.
There is no 8 number. So...
I don't know, Jamie. I'm so lost.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. I'm trying to web it out in my head. So I think it's 8891. So this number, phone owner, is blackmailing whoever this is. I think this is Jonathan. This is probably Jonathan. I still think Jonathan's being blackmailed.
Who would be busy with work on the day of the funeral?
5766. Right, let me...
Have we established that the 16th is the day of the wake funeral thing? Like, that's the day the crime happened?
One moment, I just need to... Yes, the 16th is the day of the funeral.
So why would he say I'm busy with work?
Maybe he leaves right after... happens. This is the wrong damn phone. Okay, 5766. Okay, so this is the phone. This is the number of the phone that we have in our inventory. And it's not this one. So, I'm assuming that this number, and the phone owner are the 3 brothers who are conspiring. The only reason that it makes sense for this to be deleted is if there was evidence in it. I'm just glad that there's not a question about whose cell phone number is whose, because it's confusing in my head. It's hard to write it out with our hands like this.
Was this conversation the only reason that we knew that Roman had a son?
No. We heard him mention, like, I have a wife.
Yeah, but he just said childbirth. That's just a child. How do we know it's a son?
We're assuming.
Well, then we shouldn't assume. Because, I don't know, I feel it's weird that he seems hesitant when he's the one who wants to buy out Hugh's company.
He said he's the one who wants to buy Hugh's company. He might just be acting on his brother's behalf.
I don't think he is, because I think that adds too much complexity to the situation. We don't have evidence that he's just working on his brother's behalf.
I can't believe we're gonna do this. You know, my son looks up to you.
I think that's a fact that we're kind of making up just to make this arrangement work easier.
I don't know.
And besides, we know that he's very...
Sir, well, hold up, hang on. This is important. Roman's son is allergic to nuts. That's how we know that Roman has a son.
Okay. I knew there was something else. So... Well, it just strikes me as so weird that he would be hesitant, though.
I'm honestly close to, like, saying we can convict.
Well, I'm willing to let you convict. Wait, what's that paper?
Or the tape recorder.
Wait, what?
Do you think this might be important?
Okay, what does it say?
There's 2 pages.
What does it say?
All right, we'll read it out. We'll read it out together. I, Gordon Hughes, being a sound mind, not acting during duress or undue influence, and fully understanding of the nature of all my property and of this disposition thereof, do hereby publish and declare this document to be my last will and testament, and hereby revoke any other... Any and all other wills heretofore made by me. Personal representative. I nominate and appoint Felix White as personal representative of my estate. If my personal representative falls or ceases to serve, then I nominate William Brandon Darby. So we know that that's his friend. He was going to speak in the thing. I devise... Okay, disposition of property. I devise and bequeath my property, both real and personal, wherever situated, as follows. First beneficiary. A radical thought is passing through my mind right now.
Wait.
I think that letter could be forged. The one saying that there's a percentage game that's happening. One of the sons could have forged that and given it to the butler.
Well, hold on. We need proof of that.
Well, the first reason I say is because at the start of it says, hereby publish and declare this document, revoke any and all other wills heretofore made by me. Does heretofore mean before? Heretofore. That would mean
Hold on.
for meaning previous, I think.
Heretofore definition.
Here we go with Bixby. Before now.
Okay.
Okay.
So wait, let's read through this,
You're right.
and then
Should
you
read through it.
can
We should read through
tweak
it.
out.
Okay. I devise and bequeath my property, both real and personal, wherever situated, as follows. First beneficiary. Any charities is chosen by Felix Daniel White with the following property. 5% of my overall wealth. So,
Second beneficiary, Felix get it with the following property.
5%.
5%. Ellis gets 17%, the remaining 90.
17% of the remaining 90%.
Roger gets 16%.
So Roger is the second son. He doesn't say that they're twins. I think he would have otherwise. So Roger must be the oldest, or second oldest. He gets 16.
So 15%. Jonathan Luke, business partner. Following property, title and blessing, use property. Okay, so yeah, he already got that. I have hired a third party, stay in law. Supervised an additional care. The final 40% of the remainder 90%. They have been provided with a document that would break down attributes I valued.
Okay, so that's real.
These attributes are based on relationship status, being single or married or divorced, looking, etc. Additionally, these attributes are based on employment status next. Being unemployed, full-time, CEO, manager, etc. They will supervise this final distribution. My friend and servant will provide additional feedback. These attributes, when finally understood, will provide an additional 15% or 10% or 5% of my final 40% of wealth to my respective son. Okay, that helps a lot.
These notes being rendered and carried out are my will. I hope to note that I have had a long life, and I wish that in the next I shall be reunited with my wife. I hope the best to my sons and my grandchildren. May they be fulfilled in their lives. May they stay united as a family. Cool. Is the tape recorder interactive?
Yeah. You're uniting your family a whole lot by separating them in the will like this, based on relationship status and job.
Kaylee's just mad that Gordon thought of it before she did.
I hate to see a king winning.
She hates to see a king winning.
I bet he's burning in hell right now. I bet those little cartoon devils in like 1920 cartoons are poking him with
The sweaty devils. The sweaty devils.
Yes, the sweaty devils from Scrooge, the hit movie.
Tree of pottery. Is there maybe some latent clue?
I highly doubt that.
And we're sure there was.
Oh. Is there a hello?
Ghost book. Okay, do you want to have a closer look at the, Is that important? What is that?
That's a napkin.
Is that a napkin? Or there's a secret code on the back of it?
Or up.
Alright, did we check all these books? I think we did.
We do not need to look at these books. We have all the information we need, I think.
Okay. Then... Yas.
We have everything we need then, I think, to do the math. I just wish there was something that said whether or not Roger had kids.
I don't think he had kids. I think we would have been told if he did. Roger is an information void, and I bet he killed Ellis.
Well, let's just take... Why would Roger kill him? Samuel Hughes.
Who?
No, that implies a grandchild.
That could just be Roman's kid.
Roman's kid would be here. He would have taken... Roman's kid would be here because they wrote down that he was allergic to strawberries, so he would have taken his goodie bag.
Drop that.
Pick that one up. Harmony Hughes.
What does this mean?
These are grandkids, which means we're missing 2 children in the children equation.
Keep Roger from drinking too. Roger's an alcoholic.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with the will.
You're right, but that means I think he's more likely to be the killer. We might have wanted to see that other thing. The other post-it note.
The other post-it note was...
Possibly relevant.
Roman's son has an
Evelyn
allergy.
Fletcher, Joshua.
Remember William Witherside. Joshua.
Yeah, I guess that's all there. I agree with you that we don't know who Samuel and Harmony are.
We should assume that that they are grandchildren of somebody not mentioned currently. Why the hell would they write down Roman's son on the sticky note and not the name of their nephew or whoever's hosting?
I'm not sure that Roger... Alright, are you saying that you think Roger has 2 kids?
I'm saying that somebody has 2 kids that we haven't accounted for yet. It could be Roger, it could be, it's probably not Roman, because we can assume his kid came to take the goodie bag. We know that Ruby was not here. Ruby was back at the mom's place. Well, wait. Maybe there would have been a goodie bag for Ruby, too.
That was taken.
By Glenn, I would assume.
Are we certain that the kids attended? It sounded like they were anticipating for them to come, but maybe they just didn't attend. Also, it would make sense that... What?
I was gonna say, it doesn't really matter whether they came here or not, because they're still a factor in the equation of how many each person gets in the will.
Okay, yeah, sure. You're right. Miller's Creek.
And again, that's a class ring, not an engagement ring.
Yes. Finally settled down, just the 2 of us. Her name is Daniela. Just the 2 of us, no kids, for certain.
So I think we can, with that, infer that those are Roger's children. Because we know Ellis has none. We know that Glenn has Ruby and would have probably mentioned custodial things for any other kids that he had.
You're right.
We know that Roman has a son, and that's it.
Roger's got 2 kids?
I guess. Yeah. So all that's, yeah. And one of them is a son. So.
Oh, you know what? You know what I'm detecting?
Still.
I think Roger's a widower. I think his wife is dead, and that's why he's a drinker.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, if he's
what
got
implies that his wife has died?
He's an alcoholic for some undisclosed reason.
Well,
it seems like he's been an alcoholic for some time if the butler is writing down that he should be kept from drinking too much.
I think that's reaching a little bit.
Maybe.
I think that's reaching quite a bit. You could be right, but I think that's not necessarily an indicator that his wife is dead. Because who would the kids be with if they didn't come? Just like a babysitter or something, I guess?
Yeah, you're right. There's no real indication that he's dead. She's dead, you're right. Smoke alarm.
So, what's the note button? So, put...
Roger, 2 kids. We don't know if he's married.
Yeah, good point.
And he has at least 1 male heir.
But you're right, I forgot marriage was a point. So...
It says to me that his kids didn't show up.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Let's go check out that key ring real quick. This is almost definitely Ellis's, but I just want to have another look at the information on it. RV. Do we think Ellis drives an RV?
Could be renting one.
True. Alright, you ready to start tallying totals for the will? Or do you want to keep on looking into Roger info?
Well, we can do another once-over for Roger info, but...
You know what I'm detecting? The phone in our inventory is a very quiet person. This isn't talking with the butler? Okay, see you. Okay. I think this is Roger's phone. I need to talk to you, it's important. Needs to be in person. No, maybe this is Roman's phone. I think it's Roman's phone.
Why?
Because... Never mind. Unless... Do you think a deleted conversation is deleted for both phones?
What?
Do you think a deleted conversation is deleted for both phones?
I thought the implication was that there was a conversation between the 2 phones we have access to, and it was deleted on both.
Okay, you're right.
And I thought that's what you were going off of, too.
You're right. Well, if this is Roman's phone, and now that we know that Roger has a son, then that means that Roger could be the one saying, you know, my kid looks up to you.
Yes, which would explain why this phone, why the 248-288-4302 seems so hesitant.
88. Do we think that this is Roger? Yeah.
I think it could feasibly be. Wait a minute.
What? What'd you see?
No, I'm just thinking generally. We haven't really considered what the blackmail could be. Remember how Roman seems to pride himself so much on putting his company together from the ground up?
Yeah.
How do we know that he didn't do that with illegal... Not Roman.
Roman.
How do we know that he didn't do that with illegal help or by, like, being nepotismed or something through the company and it being covered up or something like that? And thus the other brothers have something against him and they want to blackmail him by exposing all of that. Because he, besides Jonathan, is the only other person who did something egregious during the speeches. So it could be that the blackmail is actually on Roman and that Jonathan actually isn't really a part of the equation after all.
Maybe.
I think...
Well, the issue is that he says all three of us agree that he needs to be put in his place, right? And there is no indication that Ellis was a part of this conspiracy. That's why I still think that Roman is a part of the blackmail squad.
Well, this feels... Can't believe we're going to do this. You know my son looks up to you. Sure he does.
I could be entertained that this is Ellis talking, like you said. Oh, fuck. I think you might be right. The oldest brother calling the youngest brother
little shit.
That only makes sense if they're talking about someone he's always looked down on.
Yes. I'm totally right.
Okay. I think you are.
I'm a genius, Jamie.
So...
Go make me dinner.
So I already made you dinner.
Go make me dinner again.
Okay, so did you hear that shit during the speeches? So we think Jonathan is a red herring.
Yes. I think the blackmail is on the youngest brother, Roman. And I think everybody is a little bit peeved that he gets everything and now is trying to buy out the Hughes group.
Sick of his attitude. He needs to be put in his place right. No way I'm stopping. He's the one making the power grab, yeah.
So...
Imagine that look on his face when I pull up the dirt on him. That prick's face when he saw the gat.
So, then, perhaps... And yeah, it would make sense. You know my son looks up to you. He looks up to the rugby player.
Of course, yeah.
So...
And the rugby player who's a vain piece of shit says, I'm sure he does.
I took that as, like, sarcasm, but yeah. It's just the way that...
The smiley face takes out the sarcasm, I think.
Well, the smiley face makes it more sarcastic to me. It doesn't matter. It's a tonal thing. Everyone would interpret it differently. But yeah, okay, so maybe Ellis, the big, strong, big older brother, goes to confront such and such.
Where is that little shit? Yeah.
But wait. Okay, wait.
Does 4302 appear in the other phone?
No.
But who's the confrontation number? I think this number is Glenn. What do you want from me? I need to talk to you, it's important. He needs to be in person. Fine, meet me outside in 5 minutes. Let's examine type inconsistencies. This person uses punctuation and grammar and capitalization and everything. And so does the owner of this phone, don't they?
Maybe.
No, this is definitely Ellis's phone, yeah.
Wait, so what if the other phone that we have... Go back. Okay. I hate that we're playing in this sweater. It's actually so much more fucking inconvenient than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Take mouse.
Yeah, what?
Open other phone.
Okay. I think I have an answer of who each number is.
Oh, can you...
My bad.
Oh, sorry. I think I'm losing track of what's what. Basically, I think the I need to talk to you could be somebody, like a brother who's not fully in on the plan, warning Roman. Like he wants to warn Roman that they're about to like confront him with blackmail. But I don't know, we don't really have evidence for that. It doesn't really make sense.
Not sure. What? I mean, the biggest issue with your idea that they were blackmailing Roman is why would they kill Ellis after Ellis kills Roman?
Because Ellis wasn't supposed to kill Roman.
Why does it make it better for them to kill Ellis then?
Because it could be self-defense.
Why would Ellis start killing them then?
Hold on. It could be that a really big fight broke out and we just don't know how exactly. We don't know exactly where each character was for certain when this went on. We just know that Ellis is the one with the keys and he suffocated somebody in that bedroom. That somebody could be Roman, but I'm not positive. But I think the plan was that they had the blackmail on Roman. They wanted to confront Roman about it. Something went wrong in that process. The brothers got into a fight. If Roman knew he was about to be blackmailed, maybe he tried to kill... Wait a minute. No. Well...
I think it's literally just rock beats scissors. There's no shot that Jonathan could have killed Roman.
Why Jonathan?
There's no shot that Roman could have killed Ellis. Ellis overpowers him, beats that easily.
How do we know that he's still strong?
How do we know that he's still strong? He must be. I mean...
How do we know that?
At the very least, if he's a big fat guy, he still wins. He's the big guy. He was
choke a big fat guy to death.
Babe, he was a rugby player in college. College was less than 10 years ago. He's got to be a big guy. He's at least 6 foot. He refers to the Roman as little shit. It's clear that he towers over him.
Okay, well, my point is... Someone was killed there. Is that blood?
Where?
No, it's not. It's a shadow.
Okay.
It's very hard for me to articulate my thoughts to you when we're stuck in this fucking sweater.
Okay, I have...
Which is not the point of the get-along sweater.
I have one more suggestion about the dead body. Ellis kills Roman. That wasn't part of the plan. They're all fucking pissed at each other and like shouting and stuff. And there's a witness. Somebody witnessed it happen. That's why Roger gets the gun and shoots and kills the witness.
That's interesting.
And the witness would probably be Jonathan because he's the only other named character. But where would he be hiding?
I mean, who says he was hiding in here?
Well,
he could have just...
About this. The interview with the butler. Who does he say is in the house? Gathering to honor Gordon Hughes. Food, wine. Will was revealed to his children. Where were you at the time of the crime? After all the guests had left, I cleaned up all the mess they had left behind. Then I had to go run some errands. Here are the receipts of what I had to buy. Do you have any suspicions of who did it? I don't want to believe any of them did it. I've known them since they were so young. Also, the sons were all in the house as I left.
We only know that the sons were in the house then.
And because of the way that their eulogies go, don't Roman and Jonathan make a tentative agreement to further discuss what happened?
What?
Like, sure, I can find you a position as well. Jonathan, I'm going to buy your company. I'm sure I can find you a position as well. So Jonathan and Roman were definitely going to have a chat.
But that's the only suggestion we have, that Roman was still there, right?
I guess. You mean that Jonathan was still there?
Right, that Jonathan was still there.
Kaylee, I'm not gonna lie. The original theory is more of the Occam's razor here. I think...
How about you start filling in your answers, and we figure out who's right?
This is probably the last scene investigators thing. Are you good to just...
Well, I mean, I'm not sure that I agree with either one of us.
Let's have a better, closer look at these sports stuff. We never really got a single thing off of this except that he was a gambler, so maybe there's another clue on this we didn't notice.
I don't think we need anything else, but we can take a look.
We might find something crazy. Better look next time. 4:23:03 p.m. This is like a month before. Yeah, I think this just tells us that Ellis was a gambler, and he was losing money. All right, you want to start doing the will?
Yeah.
Well, we're certain that Roman is first place.
Yeah, I just wanted to write down what percentage that he's supposed to get. But it doesn't really matter. We could just write down the places.
Uh-huh.
First place, Roger is a chef, and he has a son, so that gives him 2 points total. Glenn is a government lawyer, but he's divorced.
I think Roger's above Glenn, so I think it goes Roman, Roger, Glenn, Ellis.
Okay.
This is assuming that Roger has kids, like we said.
Excellent work, Detective Jamie. So, depending on this placement, he gets, I think the last place gets an additional 5%, but I'm not sure. Do you want to go to the next page of the will?
You want to go back to the other document that just tells us what the rules are?
Well, sure, but I think the will does too, but yeah.
This one breaks it down better. So now we can go back to this. So, Roman. Whoever has the highest points gets a 15% addition.
The final score shall receive 5%. Add 5.
The final score shall receive 5%. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
right.
So 22.
22, yeah.
Roger starts with 16. Roger's in second place. So you add second highest will receive 10. Add 10. Glenn also. Add 10. So 26. Now I'm fucking up typing. You scroll for me?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Roman starts with 13. Add
28.
15.
That adds to 100. That's perfect.
20.
You did it.
I thought we wanted to add up to 90.
No, because this is.
Oh, right, because but this is the whole
40%. Yes.
Yeah.
You fucking got it. This adds up perfectly, I think.
22 plus 20. Are you sure?
16 or
no, hold
26
on.
plus 24, that's 50. 22 plus
28, that's
50.
Okay.
50 plus 50, that's 100. I think
Okay.
you fucking got the percentages.
Okay.
Well done.
Cool.
You mathed it out. Yeah. Нет. Целую.
Что?
Isn't that the word for kiss you?
I have no idea.
I forget. I just learned it. Okay. How much was each son supposed to receive?
The only bitch here is whether or not they want the simple answer of 22%, 26%, or if they want us to do the math and say...
No. Among the money to be distributed to the children.
Okay, yeah.
So, Ellis was getting how much?
22.
So, Ellis was getting good money. We thought he was going to walk away with nothing.
Yeah.
22, 26, 24, 28. Who's
But
the target
Roman
of the
still
blackmail?
gets the most.
Yeah, by a slim margin.
So do we want to say Jonathan then for your theory? Or do we want to say Roman for mine?
I think we need to revisit that.
Well, that contributes to who was killed.
It all comes down to the phones. Go to the phones.
Oh my god, fuck the phones.
I know, but this is what it's come to. Let me tell you what I've gathered from this. I think it is undeniable that this is Ellis talking to probably Roger.
About Roman?
Probably, but I'm not sure if they're talking about Roman.
They're calling him little shit.
You're right.
So it's probably Roman. I don't think they got that relationship with... I mean, there's nothing to imply that they have a lot of ill will towards Jonathan. You might think that they do because he's getting the company, but there was no implication that the Sons wanted the company.
You're right.
Except for Roman,
You're right.
who's trying to buy it, which indicates that he's the more egregious one that is being discussed in this.
What could they be
thing
blackmailing Roman about?
I think he didn't form his business honestly. I think he's the youngest sibling and had 3 older siblings constantly before him and decided to do what his dad did.
Let's see if there's a clue to that
Maybe-
in the effigy.
Maybe there's a reason that his dad wouldn't hire him in his own company, so he's making it out to be that he actually bootstrapped himself.
Maybe? I don't know if his dad had any ill will against him.
Well, I'm just adding additional reason as to why he could be the one who has the blackmail on him.
Gordon was never just my boss. Okay, so this is Jonathan talking. Down my luck and penniless position I have today is because of him. Gordon's own path was also similar, though with different starting points. He had to struggle to make his way to the top. Hard work, humility, and support. His virtues are what he told me to take to heart. I hope I can embody these as I take up the flag they left behind. Extend an offer to Roman.
The only thing is that extending an offer to Roman does feel disrespectful inherently.
It is disrespectful. He's asking him to quit what you're doing and come do something for us.
Yes.
I'm quite proud of my
So-
work. I prefer not to take orders from anyone. I'd prefer not to take orders from anyone. That's important to Roman's character because it tells us that he would probably not be a part of this conspiracy unless he was unless he was heading it. I think
So
you're
it's
right.
against him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that I know what happened then. I'm not sure if I totally agree with it. It all depends on Roger's head. Maybe Roger was drinking. It might just come down to Roger was drinking. Are there any open bottles of wine in this house?
I think if there was, they were able to control whether or not Roger. I don't think Roger drinking has that much to do with it. I think it's just.
I think Roger's the one who shot somebody.
Well, I don't think that would be a result of his drinking.
Well, let's find out real quick. Let's get down really close look at this box.
I mean, this seems like it was done in a hurry, not.
Really close to this box. I need you to do something.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. No. Okay.
Right here.
I'm trying to figure out how many bullets are supposed to be in the box.
Oh my god, Jamie, you're not gonna do that.
Okay. Well, never mind. Never mind. Let's just assume he came down here. Look, he was either frantic or drunk or both.
I
Because
think-
he's sloppy as hell.
I think frantic. I think throwing the drunk in there is just a red herring.
Okay.
So with that, I think we can safely guess that the blackmail was on Roman.
Yes, you're right. Jonathan is a
How do
nobody.
you?
So Roman was being blackmailed. I think 2 people were killed. Depending on the number entered, please fill in the sets of names. So victim 1, I think Roman was strangled by Ellis as a result of some sort of failed negotiation. I don't know how it could have gotten that bad. We know that Ellis was angry. He's like, where is that little shit? They got into a fight, and I think he smothered him with a pillow. Then Glenn finds out, and he's like, Ellis, what the fuck did you do? And Glenn and Ellis start fighting and arguing. Roger, who's panicked and probably a little drunk, since we know he has a drinking problem, and this is his dad's funeral where there is alcohol here. Roger panics, and he runs downstairs and gets a gun. Ellis and Glenn are battering each other about smashing the drywall. Eventually, Glenn runs down the stairs. Ellis chases after him. Roger comes out and fucking shoots him too. The only reason I'm entertaining that Ellis was killed by Roger is that we know Roger is a drinker.
I don't fully agree with you on that, but I guess we'll see.
I don't agree with it either. I would say that it makes way more sense
I
if
don't-
Ellis was just a cold-blooded murderer who wasn't a part of the conspiracy, who killed Roman because he was jealous, and then...
You were getting into your overthinky and talk fast state again.
This is what my original theory was. I think it makes more sense that Ellis was malicious and he was out of control. And maybe he was, but there's no reason for him to be fighting his co-conspirators, I feel.
Here's what I think. I think we're both wrong, and we're about to find out that we're both wrong.
Okay, well, before we submit it, I think we should say a word of, I really enjoyed this case. I really enjoyed this
yes.
game. I did not like the bloodbath case, and I did not like the third one I did that was in the apartment with the suicide. But I think these other ones have all been really solid.
Was I there for the suicide?
No, that was right before you started, I think.
Okay.
Um,
I've liked all of the cases. I thought bloodbath was too difficult for me. and there was a lot of information. I think this is a nice step up from the complex one before Bloodbath. I think I would have done this and then Bloodbath as a gradual, like, rising or a scaling of difficulty. Unless we're completely wrong and stupid here, and this is actually much harder than Bloodbath.
I just want to say that even if we have this one wrong, I still really enjoyed this case. This is vying for my favorite case with maybe the dinner murder mystery one.
I feel pretty connected to this one.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened here because I feel like we get to know these characters
Yeah.
very personally.
So
It's not just like little teeny bits of their lives. Like we're at their father's funeral.
this was a good one. It was complex. It had a lot of intuition required. We had our aha moments. Let's see if we got it.
I'm going to say hashtag well done Reflex Studios.
Hashtag what?
Huh? Is this Reflex Studios?
No,
Fuck.
this is EQ.
Censor that.
3 out of 4.
Wait.
That's pretty damn good. I'll take that.
Sorry, EQ. I meant EQ. I'm just still thinking about the Welcome to the Game video.
So that means we definitely got all the
Wait. Okay, so do they count the killer one as one question, or do they count?
Yeah, it must be. I think we just got one of the murders wrong. Hey, I'll take that.
Well, wait. Let's load it and see then.
It won't tell us which ones are right or wrong. We'll have to try.
Yeah, let's put Glenn in as the killer
instead of Roger.
Mm-hmm. Just to see.
You were right about the blackmail, though. I was fucking wrong as shit.
Well,
on
what
that.
if that's the only one we're wrong on?
Nah, I don't think so. So open it up. Questions. You know what we could do?
What?
Let's try saying one. No.
No, I
There were
think
definitely
two people were killed.
And we just didn't get the 2 people right.
Yeah.
So let's say Glenn killed Ellis.
Okay.
Well, you know, hang on.
What?
Before we submit, I actually want to check now. It's possible that this profuse bleeding happened because he was pushed over the banister and not because someone was shot. Let's have a really, really good look now at the foyer. Is there a bullet sticking out of somewhere that we should have found?
Well, if the casing is back here, wouldn't the bullet be over by the door?
Yes, I would think so.
I don't know.
I think the bullet's in him, so I guess it was just Glenn, like we said.
Let's just.
We just confused the rules, I
let's
think.
see. Okay.
No. Really?
But that didn't change anything. So
we were just.
So no, it just. So that tells us that they treat the killer's question and the victim's question as one question. And we just made it more wrong.
You want to know what I think it is? And this is kind of bizarre, because like I said, I don't understand how this equates, like rock, paper, scissors. I think Roman killed Ellis.
That was another thing that I considered.
I don't understand for 1 second how he could have done it.
Well, let's just see.
So let's say that Ellis killed Roman and then Roger killed Roman. No, Ellis was killed by Roman.
I mean, it makes more sense for Roman to get aggressive if he's being confronted with blackmail.
And then this adds up as to why.
Let's change this. I mean, we can leave that as Glenn, or we can change it back to. Do you want me to change it back to Roger?
Yeah, I think it'd be Roger. I think Roger was the killer with the gun. No.
Okay, well, let's change it to Glenn.
Okay. See, the issue is that I'm not saying that this is bad game design. There must be a clue that we missed that tells us how Roman could have overpowered his older brother. Because as of right now, that does not make sense to me. But it seems like that's the direction they're going.
Because there are clues indicating that Ellis was a strong person.
Yes, yeah. Ellis, and everything suggests that Roman was the little runt.
Well, just because he's the youngest brother and because Ellis called him a little shit doesn't mean he's out of shape.
I think it's literally... There must be an explanation.
Oh my god.
Oh, really? Still? This is getting really interesting. Let's double check that, what are we talking about? It's definitely the murders that are wrong.
It can only be the murders that are wrong.
You're right.
So where did we screw up? Is Jonathan in the mix after all?
I don't think so. I don't know if this works. Glenn has 2 ends.
This is the only thing I can think of. God bless America.
Which case file would you like? Loading, Hughes, Manners.
I hope they keep adding cases to this.
Yeah, I would love to come back in like 6 months when they add a new one.
No, yeah, I would love that. This would be great if it was kind of like a Fears to Fathom type deal.
Oh yeah, if they just do little DLCs.
Yeah,
Hopefully they're working on a big project. I'd love to see another Payne's Creek size game.
I would too.
And I think they know that people want that too.
What if it was a Payne's Creek size game that was just like this? I don't think I'd be able to handle that.
How about we actually look at the crime scene now? So we know, taking a look at the phones now that we know for certain who everyone was. Is there maybe another clue about the missing coat rack? Man, I can't believe you sniped that Roger had 2 kids. That was well done.
Thank you.
Meridian. So, this is definitely Ellis's phone. Talking about Roman. The plan is still in action. All 3 of us agree. All 3 of us must mean Glenn, Roger, Ellis. This must be Roger speaking to Ellis, because Roger is his son.
Wait a minute. All 3 of us agree. Let's see, but... Okay, so, yeah. Sorry, I thought I noticed something different for a second. No, I am stopping now. We need to do it today. Can't believe it. So looks. Do you think this original plan was murder?
They weren't planning to murder him. They were blackmailing him. They were going to show him, here's a blackmail. So I guess it makes more sense that Roman would have killed Ellis.
I mean...
But even though that physically doesn't compute.
I mean, you know, maybe he's a judo master.
Maybe. There was no clues to that, though.
I'm just saying it's possible.
Wait. Found in the suit pocket of the body on the 2nd floor.
Oh, is that a major thing we're forgetting?
Is that a major clue we forgot about the whole time? So that means that this is Roman's phone? Like, almost absolutely?
Prepare your speech. Okay, see you then. See you.
No, this is Glenn's phone. Oh! Ellis killed Glenn because he found out that he betrayed the plan. I think that's what happens.
Okay, so it's the order then. So the conflict that we have in mind still computes.
Yeah, okay, well, that's petty. I want to know the exact explanation. So, Glenn blew the whistle.
And Ellis killed him.
Yeah, got into a argument, Ellis killed him. And then
Roger...
That's Rojef.
Yeah.
Did we misspell
Well, hold on. No, then Ellis... So maybe...
Ellis is killed by Roger.
Yeah, and then Roman's not dead.
Yeah. Did Roman just dodge everything?
That's it.
Are you fucking
That's
serious?
it! Ow.
Roman dodged everything!
No fucking way,
What
dude.
a piece of shit. Oh, because that's why he says, where is that little shit? So Glenn told Roman, and Roman left because he knew that blackmail was going to happen. Who was the father's favorite son?
Yes, okay. Okay, so it was completely determined by that giant clue that we missed that our viewers are going to be pointing out as soon as this episode comes out because we're stupid.
I'm sure we would have noticed that if we could have just used
dumb.
2 hands and weren't stuck in a sweater the whole time.
No, I don't think we would have noticed it, period.
No, we would have because, yeah.
Who was the father's favorite son? I mean, would that be Roman? I don't know. I think because there's the blackmail on him.
Probably Roman.
Bonus question. Let's just say Roman for the hell of... Oh? No. Let's just say it for the hell of it.
I want to think that maybe he liked Ellis the most because he was his first.
Do you think that's how child rearing works?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like parents like the kid who's the biggest fuck up because, like, oh,
are you calling me the biggest fuck up?
Yeah. Submit. Thank you for your submission.
Did you guys catch that?
I like that they put in these little ethical dilemmas. What does that mean?
The Riddler's coming.
Case file report.
Let's see that.
On May 16th, 2003 at 1 p.m., a gathering was held to honor the death of Guy. After the gathering concluded, the S departed and Felix left to tend some errands. The only individuals remaining were Gordon's 4 sons. Ellis proceeded with his plan to blackmail Roman. Ellis's plan to blackmail Roman.
Varying degrees of hesitation. They all agreed that Roman's comments were out of hand and disrespectful to their father's legacy. Yes.
See, there was the 3. We got the 3 right. Roger was more willing to follow Ellis as long as his own 2 children weren't around to see the conflict. So that's why his kids didn't come, because Roger knew this was happening. He told him to stay home.
Interesting.
On the other hand, Glenn, after contemplating the consequences of their actions, warned Roman. We picked that up at the very end after we were told we were wrong. Upon discovering Glenn's betrayal, Ellis confronted him, Leading to a heated argument, escalating to physical altercation. Losing control, Ellis pursued Glenn upstairs, causing... Oh, so they started fighting somewhere else and killed him in that bedroom,
Okay.
ending Glenn's life with his own hands. So
We
didn't smother him, but
I think we were stupid. We should have picked that up.
I figured that they fought upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, we both figured that because we assumed the conflict started.
Yeah.
And we assumed the more complicated thing.
Yeah, I guess, a little. Overhearing the commotion, Roger retrieved a gun from the hunting closet, fearing the worst, and confronted Ellis when he returned downstairs. After Ellis confessed to what had happened, reached a state of emotional distress now that Glenn, his brother and close friend, was killed, snapped and fired one bullet straight into Ellis' head, ending his life instantly. So there was an execution.
Yes.
Realizing what he had done, Roger panicked, dragging Ellis' heavy body outside before fleeing the scene.
Okay, so it didn't happen exactly how we imagined it, nor in the
Where the murders happened is inconsequential. We got most of this case.
That's what I was going to
I'm pretty
say.
happy with how we did this.
I'm pretty proud of us considering how we were pretty close.
I mean, I really do think if we just noticed, because we literally had like the phone, the identities of everyone on the phone down when we submitted our first answer. So if we had just noticed that the phone in our inventory was found in the pocket of the body upstairs, we would have figured out what happened.
The phone thing tripped us up more than the will thing did.
Man, it sucks because I feel like Roman should have been on the receiving end of all this angst.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, that's not how life works.
Good case. I liked that case. That was a great case, and all errors were our fault.
So now 2 brothers are dead, and
Third is probably going to go
Glenn
to
leaves
prison.
behind a little girl, and Roger's leaving behind his 2 kids because he's going to prison.
Roman's
Ellis-
son is going to be the only normal one in the family.
I don't know about that. Roman's son is probably going to be like crazy now.
Oh. Ready to continue.
Ready to continue.
So,
That was a good one.
and that was a good one to go out on. For now, because I still think it's possible that they add more. Fery, if you're listening, DLC when?
Here, I'm sorry I mixed up your
No.
names. Please add another DLC because I would like to continue making episodes of this.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Let me see if I can get the credits on.
Well, I was gonna say that Bloodbath is like 2.5 stars or whatever, or 2 stars of difficulty, but Hugh's Manor Feud is 3.
Yeah, that's not right.
That
is unbalanced. Bloodbath was really difficult because there was so much congested information.
And 7 questions.
Yeah.
Loading complete.
I don't know if they cared about updating the metrics, but I feel like Bloodbath was not very well put together. Bloodbath would be improved if you removed things from it.
Probably.
There's too much clutter, I feel. Let's just submit all these questions that we know are correct now.
We already did this, didn't we?
Yeah, but this is how you get the credits. Mine. We should have said Stephen Moss's.
Yeah. You missed the case file report, dear. I
Oh,
thought that
but
was what you wanted.
Maybe? I just wanted to put the credits back on while we chat.
Oh no, I don't think you're gonna get the credits anymore.
Well, one.
Get a YouTube video of the credits.
Alright, fine. So, I guess we're gonna go ahead and say our final thoughts on this game then.
Yeah, go right ahead.
How does this relate to Payne's Creek to you?
Well, I never played Payne's Creek.
But you know of it.
I know a lot of it. But, well, what do you mean? Are you asking which one?
Is this an improvement? Did they move in the right direction, or did they move away from what made Payne's Creek good?
I think these are 2 completely different games. I mean, like, they have similar...
They are, and they know that. But
I think that's like comparing apples and oranges.
yes, but they're clearly both trying to fill a niche in the mystery detective game world.
I would consider this a step in the right direction, but I'm not using that to disparage the Payne's Creek model.
Well,
I think it's 2 different directions that are both good directions to go in this genre. Because these are short little cases, and if you extended this super long, like I joked about earlier, I don't think it would be...
well,
I don't know.
Here's the thing.
I guess you could kind of call these a bunch of mini Payne's Creeks.
That's the yeah. These are. I wouldn't even say mini Payne's Creeks. It's just that these are bite-sized mysteries. That means that there's more care and attention put into them. Still, there were a couple of cases where I was like, I disagree with that logic, or something didn't add up. Like the one with the noose. It was the third part of missing. The third part of this, I did not vibe with that. I thought that there were a lot of mistakes with this one. Hardly even remember what. Fourth floor was pretty solid for the most part. I really liked the roommate one, or with the party that happened. That might have been the best mystery. You guys killed it with that one, and I'd say Hughes Manor's Food is an easy second place. My deal though is that you're right that this and Payne's Creek are two completely different stories. It's apples and oranges. But I think it's no wonder that people are much more fond of Payne's Creek than this game. I feel like mechanically this is the better game because it's more thoughtful, it's more true to the solve a mystery simulator.
I agree with you.
And there's no supernatural elements. But you can't deny that there is a special fondness to a story of Payne's Creek, which is kind of like a mystery soap opera, where you get to know the characters over time. Like in that last one, Kaylee and I were getting attached to the brothers. We were formulating opinions. By the end, even when we had failed it, we were still excited to see the case formula report.
No, I'm fully sad that Glenn is dead.
Yeah, that pisses me off. I feel bad.
He seemed a good guy.
He did seem like a good guy, but my point is that you built a story in that last one that we actually really cared about. Same with the frat party one or the high school party one, because it got to the point where even if we were wrong on who killed who, we wanted to know what happened to those characters. And I think that a good, long, slow burn mystery, like how Payne's Creek was, is fantastic for that. There were times with Payne's Creek, which you see in the Payne's Creek series that I did, that I feel like it became a little more obsessed with telling its own story and having its grand reveals and its karmic justice and whatnot than it was with giving the player a mystery to solve. And EQ Studios, I don't know when the last update for this was put out, but I can only assume that you guys are already well into production on whatever you're doing next. And unless you're doing a complete tone shift from your previous projects, I'm assuming you're working on a mystery game. And as a fan of your games, I can only hope that what you're working on now takes the grounded and methodical realism of the mystery solving in this game with the long form, dramatic, melodramatic, just fun of Payne's Creek. I hope it's a good, long story. Maybe you would even break it into chapters. It's one story that continues over 4 chapters, and each chapter at the end of it to progress to the next one, you have to solve a variety of questions.
You know, well, I don't know about the questions thing, but maybe 4 distinct chapters, like kind of how Payne's Creek has 3 distinct sections that you pointed out, like 3 bottlenecks.
Yeah, the 3
Maybe
acts.
you could point out the bottlenecks, and each bottleneck could be its own series of these.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, imagine if you did like Payne's Creek, but you gave the player 4 questions to answer for the first act, and to progress to Act 2, you have to answer those questions and whatnot.
Well, yeah, though that would take away a little bit of the magic of you are completely on your own.
Yeah, you're right. I'm so conflicted. Everyone's
just do what you want to do.
Well, there's so many comments. I still read all the comments that go on Payne's Creek Trilogy because of all the videos I've done. The Payne's Creek Trilogy is my baby. I love that. I love that video so much. It was so much fun to do.
I'm telling that to your firstborn son.
Okay, but my point is that so many people comment on the Payne's Creek series saying this is a great game, and an easy way that they can improve it is if they put just a little hint system. I think a great hint system would be like, it tells you something vague about this and that, but the whole point of Payne's Creek and this game is that you don't get hints in real life. If you are a real detective, it doesn't matter how subtle or how small the hint is, you do not get hints Deus Ex Machina in real life. So
no, but keep in mind, didn't you talk in the video about how like you kind of find hints in things you didn't expect to find hints in?
And you find the same thing in this. Like, for example, in that last case, a real detective would not have a menu that tells him that the phone in his inventory was in the dead detective's pocket and stuff like that. Like,
he would just
item
know.
descriptions. Yeah, exactly. That can work, but I mean, Payne's Creek had little pointers in that way. I think what I'm getting to is that EQ Studios, whatever you are working on right now, if it's not too late, the strongest just opinion I could share.
Bro thinks they're gonna watch this video.
Oh, come on. I know that they watched some of them. I feel bad that this one took forever to finish. I really, really hope if you keep making mystery games that you continue to leave hints out of them and you continue to have no difficulty slider. I think that the charm of these games is that everyone plays the same experience, even if it comes extremely hard to some of us. I don't think you and I had a single case where we got 100% on.
Correct. Because we're
and I like that. It's we got pretty close, but I want you to keep doing the challenge. The challenge is good. The challenge is bad when I dispute with what the case file tells me, like the one final case of missing, which I felt had too many unanswered questions in it. But like in that Hughes Manor feud, we don't care that we were wrong. It was still a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that you really want to get out of the sweater. I'm sorry.
I really want to get out of the sweater.
Okay, I'll wrap it up. This game was a delight to play. I'm so happy that I saw everyone's names in the credits of this one who worked on Paint Streak. Fery, Tomi, Fery, Yoshi, Yuri, and Fumier. That's awesome. I'm so happy to see you guys still working together. I hope that your career takes you to great places. And thank you for continuing to pursue this niche. This is going to be like a 3-hour episode.
It's not, is it?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Vote for Holt, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.